Xbox Plays has claimed first. For this stream.
Let's go gambling!
Kicking off your workday with a fresh-baked feline frenzy.
You're watching and listening to Nyongo Bongo Dongo.
Now let's get this bread.
Good morning, Yan Pals. Happy Friday morning, everybody. Hope everybody else has a wonderful day so far. You have all made it to the weekend. Y'all know what that means. Let's roll the fucking clip.
It's Fuck Friday, you fucking losers. It's Fuck Friday. It's Fuck Friday.
Thank you for following.
Hello, new Nyan Pals.
It's Fuck Friday, you fucking losers. It's Fuck Friday. It's Fuck Friday, you fucking.
Happy Flat Fuck Friday, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday so far. I know for a lot of us in the Northwest as well, or not the North America as well, or basically the Americas in general. Still a little bit early. That being said, but good to see everybody as always. Congratulations, Fox Plays, for reading the first. Good to see you back in a while. Hope you're pushing good before your vacation there. It's good to see you as always. That being said, I almost forgot to mention, it's currently 9:01 a.m. on the West Coast on Friday, June 27th, and I hope you all have a wonderful summer so far as well. A quick roll call here. We got the Fox Plays in the chat as well. Lighted Cat, who had definitely just deafened with the new intro music, just swapping up that as well. I've been kind of on the fence about trying to figure out what to exactly do for that. So you notice that my intro music has kind of changed quite a few times in the last, couple months. It's one of those things where it's like, hear one earworm and it's like, oh, let's just, kind of throw that in and see what happens. It's like, oh, I forgot about this thing. Let's throw that in too and see what happens. And then we're kind of just back and forth. Now, speaking of back and forth, that being said, though, I know that we were supposed to have the marvelous Mama Bat Geronimo Kiddo joining us for this morning's half of the interview. Now, unfortunately, she cannot join us due to personal reasons. However, what that means, though, is that we get to spend more time with somebody who I've been longing to have in my side of the studio for a good amount of time now. My beloved big sister, the lovely Kitty Cat Gaming. How are you doing today, honey?
Hi guys! Hello. Thank you so much for having me on stream today.
That's an absolute pleasure getting to have you. Now, that being said, we've already known each other for, I think so. Yeah, it's definitely been over a year and a half at this point. And I've been on your side of the pond. Well, not your side of the pond, but I've been hosted on your side a couple of times as well, and we've had a couple of games together. But you've also been primarily like a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of person. So it's been kind of for us to be able to share this space right now, especially on my streams, is a rare opportunity that I'm happy to take full advantage of. So it's an absolute pleasure getting to finally have you, being able to finally sit down with you today here in my studio for a change.
Thank you again for having me. It is so nice to be on the opposite side of the pond.
I know, right? Especially not where you can actually just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the ride for a change.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I don't know, I always love giving my guests a good ride in more ways than one.
Oh, okay.
Hey, for those of me, we also kind of share the same brain cells, so it kind of works out that we happen to be VTuber sisters as well.
Right?
So we're freedom. Yeah, Kitty Cat's got the hand movements as well. We each got our toggles of our own. But speaking of which, as she is my beloved big sister, she is also the first child of the amazingly talented, amazingly wonderful Rin Mini, who just showed up as well.
Yeah,
good to see Mama Rin in the chat. Happy Friday morning to you. Thanks for popping in, and glad to see you as always. Hope you're doing well as well. Rin's talent and creativity has honestly been like amazing, and I honestly could not have been happier with the artist that I had found for my first ever proper VTuber model. As you can tell, definitely by the level of quality for Kat's model as well. Rin's fucking amazing, and like, all this is. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we are both absolutely grateful to be children of the wonderful Rin Mini. And so I also want to say thank you so much to I lost track of my chat for a second here. I think I might have to scroll. Let's see. Where did that show up? I
gotta follow.
I did. Where the hell did that go?
Laba.
Well, thank you, Labadors, for the follow. Much appreciated. Nice to meet you. Welcome, Nanpel, and also, Yukon. Good to see you as well. I remember that face. I remember that name. Thanks for popping in as well. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see members of my. Glad to see. A lot of the members of Kitty Cat's wonderful community joining us for today's interview as well. Nice and bright and early.
Yep.
It was on the tail end of my day, but also on the start of her day. So we kind of did a bit of a relay thing here. And so she was thankfully able to roll out of bed nice and early to be able to join me today and get a nice good wake call from her younger sister. So I appreciate that. Able to do so.
Glad I was able to be here.
That makes two of us. You and me both, absolutely, sister. That being said, are you ready to begin the Friday Morning Two for One?
I am ready.
Hell yeah, let's get to it.
It's the Friday Morning 2 for 1 with Nyango Bongo Dongo.
Every Friday morning, we're bringing you double the VTubers for none of the price.
I'm not even selling shirts.
So let's get ready to meet today's guest, recap the work week, and say hello to the weekend.
Because the Friday morning 2 for 1 with Nyanko Ponko Tonko starts right now.
All right, so you get the honor of us kicking off the Friday Morning 2 for 1 with the classic 5 W's. Who are you? What do you do? Where do you do it and when? And for how long have you been doing it? VTubing or otherwise. Side point, Foxplay says, I love your energy, Kitty Cat. I also love your energy, Kitty Cat. And all more reason why we're made for one another.
Yes,
Siblings,
so I am the Kitty Cat Gaming. I stream a variety on my channel. I'm getting back into streaming at the moment. I did take a very long sabbatical, but I am back at it, and I'm doing a 1 follow equals 1 kitty stream. So if I get a follow or a sub, I will continue to stream.
Can I get a 20 gift subs in the Kitty Cats chat, please?
No. Please no. And then
that's an order, Nyan pals.
I am.
Let's bring her back by force.
Yes. Oh wait, no. Not by force. But I do work 9 to 5. I am CST time range, so I normally stream typically on the weekends or after work during the weeks.
Well, I'm glad that, honestly, I gotta say, like, I am really glad to see that you're getting back into streaming. Because I know that I haven't really been one to be able to pop into a lot of people's streams in general, because my own hectic schedule and my own availability is kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
But I am glad to see you popping back up, and yeah, it is worth it for anybody who well, just enjoys Kitty Cat Chaos in general. You gotta go. You gotta go and check out my lovely big sister streams. She is a lot of fun, and just like a really great person to hang out with. I just love, like, speaking of when Fox, this perfect timing that the Fox Play should mention. I just fucking love your energy in general. You're just a wonderful, bubbly personality. You're just super sweet, and like I couldn't be happier to call you my older sister. So.
Oh my God!
Can't help it.
Stop.
Can't help it.
We both share the orange cat energy, and I think that's why we vibe so well. And I couldn't have asked for a better little sister, to be honest.
Aww.
Like, oh my gosh!
I'm truly honored.
She's a cat. I freaking love cats. So
that makes 2 of us. So that just works out for the both of us.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. You know, ever since I saw your first concept art, I was like, holy shit, why is she so cute? I love it. I just want to eat you up.
Well, hey, you can eat me. You can eat this kitty in more ways than one, homie. However you like. I am called a bread cat for a reason. So let's just put it that way.
And I've never had a melon pan before, so this would be a first time for me. Yeah.
Well, I'd be happy to stuff your face full of as many melons as you like.
Nyako! You know I would take you up on that offer.
I would gladly deliver. Like I said, shared brain cells.
Too. Yep.
Exactly.
Definitely.
30 minutes less or it's free.
Oh.
But for you, it's always complimentary. Ayo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm always welcome the Nyako Bakery shop.
Exactly. You order the cakes, you get the whole bakery. Just for you,
right?
sis. Just for you.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to bring some back to the Rin at the shrine. She'll probably want some too.
There's plenty of melon pan for everyone to enjoy.
Yes, love it.
I love you. So glad to have you. Glad to have you here. And
thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you for being here. Like I said, the rare opportunity that we get to be in the same place on a weekday, right? At least, especially at this time.
Oh, God. I'm so glad I had that PTO built up, you know?
Absolutely. Couldn't have worked out better. Well, I mean, not to say, you know, the circumstances of our previous guest aside, I should say, though. Not that withstanding.
Absolutely.
Though. It's
absolutely.
I'm glad that I have my big sister in the studio today, regardless of when.
Of course.
But that being said, as is the Friday, let's give a quick recap of the work week. How has the week been for you? And, work or otherwise, I should say.
Yeah, it's been a really, really chill week. You know, we did come out of a really nasty heat wave. My AC did decide that it wanted to shit out during the hottest day of the heat wave. Yeah,
that ain't good.
Yeah. It was pretty disappointing. Me, my dog, my cats, my roommates, we were all sweating. We were literally dying.
Your dog melted. I saw that.
Yep. She went full belly up like a dead fish. Yep. She's a sweetheart though.
Thank you for following.
Hey, yo.
Oh my goodness.
I recognize that name.
Hello, Noonian pal.
Alina, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to Indianapolis. Nice to meet you. I remember you from Twitter. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully hopefully your AC is a fairly easy fix, because I had to start setting up mine as well in the bedroom. Well, I had that running for about half a month now. And then, yeah, the weather's been like off and on, so it hasn't been consistent enough for me to need it full time yet. I was like, yeah, got the alley. That makes two of us, especially this cutie over across from me right here.
Stop! You're gonna make me blush again. Stop.
I have a bad habit of finding adorable people even more adorable when they blush, so you're not helping.
Oh, stop. Yeah, but it sucked. Yeah, we were all dying. I was just in my skimpies, just laying in bed and with the fan just blowing straight on me and praying that it would just go away soon. We called the office because we are in a complex, and the office was like, "Oh yeah, we have 2 maintenance guys, but the one maintenance guy was on vacation. So
of course.
Sorry. Many other units are having this issue right now. Did I mention that our complex has over 100 units?
Oof.
So one guy for over 100 freaking units, and
ouch.
Oh my gosh,
Some will be long over before everyone's gets fixed.
No, for real. And we were telling them, hey, it's getting up to like 85. It's getting up to 87 in here.
Yeah.
We have animals that have a lot of fur. This is not livable. We can't live inside this unit when it's this hot.
Exactly. We're boiled alive in here.
Oh my God. It was literally.
I'm melting here. Hey, I'm melting here.
I'm melting here, buddy. I'm melting here. Come help me. Oh God, I'm dying of heat stroke. But
Fox says we hit 10 years and 2 months, and ours just gave us warranties. They're so well tailored just before. Well, I assume that was a 10-year warranty then? That sounds like it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, sis.
No, it's okay. 10-year warranty. Woo, nice.
I would hope so.
That's nice. Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, 10 year. Of course.
And then the office had the gall, the absolute balls on these people to be like, oh yeah, our AC can't really go below 75 anyways. We're literally standing there staring at this person, and we're like, it's 87 degrees in here.
That, right? That is still not 75. That is still a lot of leeway for making things actually making things a much more livable temperature.
Right. So they ended up sending the guy out, and luckily he was able to adjust it. So it did become actually livable. It became like 78, I think. And I was like, whew, what a relief.
This is better than it was before. I'll say that at least.
Yes. And then with my condition being what it is, I'm like, I can't handle the heat without passing out. So my surface animal was going nuts.
Hey, Rick,
she was like, other than like
in.
melting, she was alerting me almost every other minute to high heart rate. And she's like, Mom, sit down. Mom, sit down. Mom, sit down.
Yeah.
She's a good girl.
I don't blame you. Oh, yeah. Right. So for those of you who don't know, and would you be willing to tell us a bit more about your pup?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a Belgian Malinois. Her name is Lady. She is about 1.5 years old. I got her when I was diagnosed with a condition called POTS, which stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome. With this condition, many people are kind of on a spectrum. Some people tend to get affected more, and others to the point where they're passing out multiple times a day. So think of it as like a passing out disorder. It really, really sucks because there's a lot of different factors that will affect it, such as heat. My heat tolerance is ridiculous. I cannot stand the heat whatsoever. My heart rate will shoot up into the 160s if I'm not careful, just by rolling out of bed.
Oof.
Yeah. So I just have to take it slow. I take beta blockers, so it helps my heart rate try not to, explode on itself, which is actually kind of funny because it's actually not a heart condition necessarily. It's an
160 is very
autonomic
not normal.
nervous system dysfunction.
It's almost 3 times a second.
Yep. Which also pairs nicely, but also unnicely with my autoimmune disorder. So, yeah.
You're pushing through a lot. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I have to remind myself not to sit or lay down for too long because when I stand up or, even if I shift positions, because it's all postural, I'll look at my Fitbit and go, I am 150 heart, my heart rate is 150. Yeah. I better sit down.
Yeah. If Fox is asking, it was 169 normal. Yeah, because to put it into perspective, my resting heart rate is between 50 to 60. Like my active heart rate is probably about 110 to 120. So when you get into the 160 range, already 150 is like 2.5 times per second, which is, pretty fast. So 160 is really getting up there in terms of,
absolutely,
heartbeat level.
Especially if you're not doing any physical activity.
Yeah.
The way that my doctor had put it, he said that if I were to, let's just say, lay down and go into a standing position, if my heart rate goes up more than 30 beats a minute and stays elevated, like it doesn't come down, that is a very good indication of POTS.
Right. And Fox's resting is about between 90 to 120. Like I'm also not in the best shape that I was a couple years back. So my rate's definitely gone up a bit since then myself. But even so, it's not to the extent that what Katie's going through, for one thing.
I mean, but 90 to 120 just by resting heart rate, that already sounds extremely high. I hope that you don't have any. I mean, neither of us are medical professionals, but just
this is not medical advice, chat.
Yeah, this is not medical advice, please. But that actually sounds pretty dangerous to be. 90s is okay, but if you're sitting and your heart rate is reaching 120, that gets into the severity. Like I would definitely. If you have the resources, I would definitely contact your doctor.
No, I agree. At least keep that in mind.
Because when you stand, oh boy, it gets into like the 160s when you stand and it stays elevated like that. That could cause you to pass out if you're not careful.
I thought it was number one. Around the travel, my average is 180, 190. Holy shit. That is a little bit on the high. Even for an active, I think that's when you get into that's like 3 times a second. Probably, might be something worth looking. But I can know if it's been that way since high school, it's hard to say. I don't know. If it's not been causing you problems, I guess is the big thing. So, I don't really know.
The resting is 110. Usually spikes up to 135 because anxiety. That actually brings up a very good point. My doctor, for the longest time, was trying to say that it was anxiety. So she kept almost putting aside the fact that I was actively passing out.
Oh, right, yeah.
So after, I had to really advocate for myself. Yay, American health system, doing its work.
Yep. Of course.
But later on, she finally gave in after she looked at my heart, echocardiogram, Holter monitor, everything, kit and caboodle. And she's like, no, your heart rate or your heart itself is fine, which is, thank God, is amazing because my family does have a history of horrible heart issues. So thank you so much that I don't have a heart condition.
Exactly, definitely.
Yep. So finally, she did a what's called a tilt table test.
Oh,
it sounds
this thing.
Exactly what it sounds like. They strap your booty to a table and they lift it up slowly to a standing position and they monitor your blood pressure and your heart rate. Again, if it goes up more than 30 beats per minute and it stays elevated, that is definitely a indication that you have POTS.
Well, I gotta say though, sis, like for everything that you've had to go, because I know that was what that was the main reason as well why you hadn't been streaming for so long in general. Like the fact that you even starting to get like back into streaming in the first place, you know, like it goes to show just your resilience and, you know, just the drive that you have. And
Thank you.
that is honestly something that is I find super commendable. It's just like everything that you're not you even if it is like, you know, a gradual process of getting back into it, you're not letting it hold you back. Well, I mean, you can't let it hold you back for one thing, but
No.
but like, you know, the commitment that you have to kind of, you know, still doing the things you want to do in spite of it is,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
it's well worth it. And
while it sucks, you know, on especially some days are worse than others. Other days I'm
Of course.
just like, wow, I feel healthy as a horse and I can go run a marathon. And then other days I can barely get out of bed without hitting the ground.
right.
I've really taken, you know, kind of like the bull by the horns, as people were to say, and just have, you know, I got the diagnosis, which was literally half the battle anyways, more than half the battle in my case. I was already trying and mitigate my symptoms even before I got my official diagnosis. You know, luckily I'm very thankful that I live with a sibling of mine. You know, we're very close in age and we've always been very close. So I've always been like, hey, if you hear a thud in the bathroom, because we have to share a bathroom, I'm like, please come in and check up on me, please. You know, so luckily I'm not home alone all the time.
That is a big important. Yeah.
Yes. One of the biggest things that I decided to really self-advocate was actually when I passed out in the shower. I mean, it did not take much. It's not like I was running the water super hot or anything.
Yeah.
You know, I know that most people love to lobster bath, you know, but for me, I was like, ooh, I'm feeling a little under the weather. I'm feeling a little dizzy. And I always can tell if I'm about to pass out because I start to feel sick, like I'm gonna throw up.
Right,
so
right.
Like, I'm gonna sit
Delta
down
Wolf.
because it's a
Thanks, Papa. Good to see you as
bathtub
well.
shower mix. So yeah, luckily I did, because then I woke up and I was literally laying in the bathtub and I'm like,
oh God, yeah.
where am I? What was I doing? Why am I in the shower? So it scared the living shit out of me. So yeah, self-advocate for yourself, guys. Seriously.
The important thing is that you were in the shower, not in a bath. It would have ended a lot differently.
Oh, yeah. No, exactly what my brother said, actually. So the most
So we are very lucky to have you here for multiple reasons.
Oh, yeah. And definitely shower chairs are the new trend, okay? Like, it's the most sexiest, unsexy thing ever. And I love it. And I'm seriously thinking about taking it to California with me, actually.
There you go.
Just have my shower chair with me on the plane.
I mean, hey, you'd probably get better value of the seating out of that than an actual plane seat at this point.
Right? Yeah, I'm coming to Cali for Anime Expo. My very first time going, so that'll be fun.
Exactly. She finally gets to be a part. She finally gets to visit the West Coast, Best Coast, or at least the California side of it. I unfortunately am not in California. Well, I mean, maybe fortunately, unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. I'm in the California of Canada, British Columbia. So I'm a little bit, not necessarily. I'm a little bit further away from that, but yeah.
Hey, I'll trade places with you. You want to come to Chicago?
I wouldn't mind a bit of a breeze every now and then. Probably fit in more with I'm Italian by heritage, so probably fit in with a lot more people there. Not gonna lie.
Ooh, you're Italian? Ooh.
My family background is I can't really speak it myself. I can understand a bit of it, but I can't really speak it myself. But I have all the the hey, watch it, I'm walking here kind of thing going on.
I'm walking here, watch it.
I'm walking here.
Hey, bub. Yeah.
Side point, Delta Wolf says, wow, too cutest for one that's record by Cats Books. That's definitely this cutie over here, definitely.
Aw, we're both cuties. Stop. We were birthed by the same mom, okay? We got the same genetics, okay?
There we go. That's true. That's New York. No, we were referencing Chicago. Like the Chicago, fuck is it? Chicago, New York, Boston. They all kind of share the same trend. Same Italian. The Eastern Seaboard, basically.
Yeah.
Is all the same. It's all the same kind of reference. But as a side point, funny you should mention grabbing the bull by the horns. There, you remember that? You know what that reminded me of? As soon as you said that, remember when you had Master Axel Fury on your interview stream a while back?
I know where this is going. Shame on you, Nyanko. Oh Lord.
Let's just say we grabbed the bull by a couple other things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't believe you remembered that. Shame on you.
Hey, the things that I remember that I don't necessarily expect you that would surprise both you and myself. So
you remember the important things. I can see. I can tell.
Exactly. If only I could actually remember how to study for tests back in high school. But that's beside the point. It's the things that I don't try to remember that I remember the most, whereas the things that I do try to remember, I always forget the first.
I feel that. I'm that way with birthdays. I'm that way with names. I'm that way with faces. But hey, you want to bring up, a Euromastic Somali? Bro, right? I know everything about animals and like random facts about just superfluous nonsense.
It's like, hey, I don't remember. Like, I can barely remember what I did the day before, but I remember the specific comment you made while we were at a house on this particular day, because I remember what shirt you were wearing, and we were exactly moving from this room to the other. It's like, what the fuck?
No, exactly.
It's so weird. Memory is a weird thing.
Right? Oh my God, I'm definitely going to have dementia when I'm 90.
That makes two of us. Simon Fox says, LA weather for Anime Expo is going to be between 79 to 85 Fahrenheit on those days. It'll feel like low 90s. Exactly.
That's not
basically
bad.
Might be a little more. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's better than 87 in your own house.
Oh God, yeah. Or like having it 105 outside and being 87 degrees in your house. Oof.
Yeah, exactly. Here I don't even know what the hell it is in Freedom Units, because it's been 1 week since looking at. No, not exactly. It's been probably between like 16 to 18 Celsius. It's raining lately, so I'm not even sure what the hell if that really counts as.
83 Celsius is probably around 90 degrees Fahrenheit, if I remember correctly, with my conversion rate.
Like 16 to 18. 83 Celsius is almost enough to boil water.
Oh no! That's not what I meant.
If there's anywhere that's hitting 83 degrees Celsius, there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be anything in that point living at that point. I mean, probably someone in Australia.
Oh God, yeah,
exactly. Canadian.
My
here.
Freedom Units took over. I think it was like 83 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. For a hotter summer days, 83 sounds about right. At least know inside the house as well. It's been around the mid 80s. Even in here, my stream share is probably pushing about 78, 79. Only because I have the door closed right now.
Equipment in there. So, do you have like an AC unit that you've attached to your streaming?
I have a door that I open and I have a fan that I put in the front of the door, so that works.
Oh boy. So it's going to get kind of toasty in there.
It honestly hasn't been too bad. Like I remember last summer, it wasn't actually that bad. Even when I had the biggest games running at the time, so it's manageable. I mean, I just kind of hang out here in shorts and a t-shirt anyway, so it's really not that bad. And I make it work. I would die. I would literally not exist in there. All the technology and equipment you have, 2 PCs that are running. Woo. 3 technically. 3. Oh my lord. Well, more like 2.5 because the other one's just the tiny little internet box that's running the chat only. But they're also like fairly far away from me, so they're not. If they keep the place warm in the winter. I'll say that. But, yeah, you have a built-in heating system, but not a built-in cooling system. At least not. I also figured as well, like if I ran anything larger than a box fan, like it's gonna blow the circuit anyway, because I've already got everything running on it in the first place. I don't really want to risk that. I'm willing to what is it? I'm willing to sweat for the arts. I'm willing to sweat for the what is it? The artistry stuff. I don't know. There's a phrase that works for it, but I can't.
Okay, well, will you promise me though that you will at least install like a little fire alarm in there in case it like starts on fire and you're streaming? I really don't want to read in like the headlines being like Nyako Panko Tanko's bakery burned down because of all the stuff that he has in his streaming shed.
Oh, thankfully if something were to go awry here, I'd know fairly quickly.
Okay, good.
But also I keep everything turned off, like, while I'm not in here for one thing.
Yeah, because they say that those foam blocks, that the sound blocks, like they light up real quick. So yeah, please be safe.
I'll do my best. Allegedly.
Good. Good. TM. No, good.
Exactly. But enough about me. Let's talk more about you. Give us a detailed breakdown of every character and tell us about your lore.
Oh God, lore? Me?
Allegedly.
Oh boy. Lore. I am a two-tailed cat shrine maiden. I work
let's see those there they are. There are the tails.
Yeah, I keep them off screen typically because, they are thick and they are fluffy.
I love me some thick and fluffy
thick and fluffy tails, yeah.
Exactly. You can just keep those things flying all you want, homie. I don't mind.
Oh, I know, but they're distracting me. I'm just like, ooh, tails, woo. I know it's hard not to look at yours because yours is so fluffy. I just want to go nano.
You have free access to that, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't want to eat all the candy in there. Like,
It's okay, we can share.
It looks tasty.
I can always go back for more. You're always welcome back for more too.
What does your shrine represent? So my shrine is actually not. I do not own the shrine. The little fox that you see below me is actually Mama Rin's shrine. She is a fox VTuber, and if you guys are just joining us, she is the one that created both me and Nankyo. So, she's our VTuber mama. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Yanko's Bakery is actually just down the road from the Rin shrine. So
exactly.
She comes to visit us and drops off some tasty bread.
I do my best anyway. I always make sure to get those buns hot and ready first thing in the morning for you, sis.
Ooh, I love hot buns. But I guess if you're really going like deep into my lore, I had something written out. I don't quite know if I ever actually debuted with it or not. But
I remember you mentioned it to me.
Yes. Okay, I'm glad that you know because
of course.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Then I interwoven mine into yours when I debuted myself.
Yeah. So I actually started out as a normal cat, just a chillax cat. I used to hang around the Fox Shrine when all of a sudden these demon dogs attack. They're vicious, and I'm just like fighting them off to defend some random kid at the shrine. I'm just like, yeah, cat versus like 3 demon dogs. Let's go. Rip Kitty, she ended up passing away on the grounds of the shrine. And this fox deity just appears and is like, hey, you want a second chance at life? But also you have to work at my shrine and clean and cook and take care of all the foxes. Do you know what fox pee smells like, Nyanko?
I don't know, and I don't think I want to know.
Well, let me tell you, it stinks and it stains and it smells for over like 3 weeks. You are not getting fox piss out of like the shrine walls, like, ugh.
Oh, God. Fox, if you're ever over here, make sure to use the toilet, please.
Yes, please. No, but she checks in once in a while and, slaps me with her paper fan and is like, Kitty, get back to work, get back to cleaning. And I just take long summer naps around the shrine and being lazy. Yep, that concludes my lore.
Well, I was gonna say it. When you mentioned Chillax and then Demon Dogs, my mind went straight to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What?
Max
Why?
and Chillax. When a couple of demon dogs who were up to no good started making trouble in the neighborhood. Got one little fight and Rin got scared. Said You're gonna tend to my shrine in the country in Bel Air, or whatever the hell.
Oh my god. I'm actually gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that.
Please do.
That's so
You're-
good. Oh.
Because this story about how your life got flipped turned upside down.
I'm dying. Oh my god, that's so good. Yes. Yes, I'm stealing that.
Please do. So I'm gonna, like
yeah.
it says, he's gonna check out Rin and the bottom was, oh, yeah, I get though. Especially the first child of Rin, who's sitting across from me here.
No, yep, the firstborn.
Oh wow, well, Delta's been following for over a year. Were you? I assume the Delta came here from your community, then, right?
Delta's from my side of the neighborhood.
Nice. Well, it's good. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen you in a while, but it's good to see you back. Thanks for popping in for lovely kid to have my lovely VTuber sisters here stream or their interview. Fox made an Avatar reference saying everything changed when the demon dogs attacked. Only the Shrine Maiden, master of all four spirits, could stop them. But when the Shrine needed her most, she disappeared.
She vanished to go take a fat nap.
I don't like God. I am with how weird my sleep schedule's been lately. I do not blame you in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody who wants a VTuber model, I definitely recommend getting one from Mini. Well, maybe not all at once. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, all at
give the
once.
girl
Give
some
her
time in
all
between.
your money. No,
Exactly.
keep her ass busy. In fact, message her right now. Load her up with lots of commissions.
Absolutely, just go nuts on that VGen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder, does she have a VGen?
I can't remember. Also, we got to hydrate the chat. We both got into the beverage. What you drinking today, sister?
Water, agua.
You doing straight hydration? I got
Straight hydration.
We just fucking terrified Rin there.
Good. Send the pack. Send the. Wait, what is a gaggle of
Release the
cats
hounds.
called? Release the hounds. Yeah.
I don't actually know what a group of cats is called. That's a good question.
What is a group of cats called?
That's all good, Delta. I'm glad to have you here for this one. I don't expect you to be here. I don't expect anybody to be here like every stream. A clouder?
Yep, clouder, clutter, hounds,
clutter.
cluster, yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense. How would you spell?
Yeah.
How would you spell clouder?
Like chowder, like CLOWDER.
Oh, that is oddly. I've never even heard that word until now. That
I
is
didn't
interesting.
either.
Say it,
My
Frenchie.
best friend
Chowder.
Google.
Chowder.
Yeah. who
Whenever
would've
somebody
thought?
says chowder, I always think of the Simpsons reference. Every time.
Oh, The Simpsons? Oh, I think of the show Chowder.
There's a show called Chowder?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was very interesting.
The things I'm learning from you today, sis, that I've never even heard of. Amazing.
Trust me. I can keep it coming.
You can keep it coming to me all you like, homie.
Nyanko. I'm not on stream.
Hey, that's for after hours.
Yeah, that's for after we're offline. Come on.
Fair point. I'll do my best to maintain my composure till then.
Oh, I won't. So
There you go. Yeah, I don't blame you.
yeah.
We all know how that goes. We all know how it comes and goes in here, right, chat? Exactly.
Oh yeah. But remember, Nyanko is say so, everybody.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
I think I kind of dropped that title a long time ago. I just don't.
Hey, you know what? That's A-okay. You know, you could just be like your big sister. Nyan say so.
There we go. Exactly.
Yep.
So I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, and I was gonna say, Yako has said allegedly 105 times so far. That is a lot. You have
At least since we got the counter going.
Oh my god!
I think I brought that up. When did I think I brought that up like during last fall. Funny fact is, Hey, Craig, gotta say as well. Things popping in, homie. Happy Friday to you. The allegedly thing didn't actually start. It didn't originate from me. Funny enough, it my one of my earlier fellow streamers, Crunchy Taco, actually got me introduced into that. It was something that I caught from him because he would say that all the time as well, and then I kind of just like it's infectious. And I've actually
Crunchy
gotten.
Taco.
Oh, he's in my server. He was one of Skashi's friends as well. He was the guy. He was one of the guys that I played a lot of Backroom stuff with earlier on as well. Before I got this model. This is back in like late 2023. Unfortunately, he works full time overnight during the days that I stream, so we rarely have crossover anymore. But he still pops in every now and then to say hello, especially when he's popping in from work. But yeah, he's a shark themed VTuber. But he also hasn't streamed in a good while himself. Still poking him to get back into it eventually. I'll
absolutely stay on him.
Exactly. Much like poking people with certain things.
Absolutely. Yep.
But yeah, so that it wasn't an original quirk from me. It was something that I inherited from somebody else. But I've also kind of I passed on it. Even Alara in my presence will catch on to that and start doing it herself too, which is kind of funny. But that aside though, I do gotta ask you, what does VTubing mean to you? Not in terms of the definition, but what is its significance to you?
Self-expression. Definitely self-expression. Each VTuber you come
100%.
across, there's a reason
Keijo special.
why they chose that look. There's a reason that they chose that lore, and there's a reason why they stream. So definitely it's a form of self-expression, and you could be whoever the fuck you want to be on stream, and especially with the VTuber community. If you want to be an anime girl with big fat tits and a fat ass, like you can literally do that. You just got to pay for it.
Exactly. If you want the goods, you got to pay for them. Both,
right?
If you want to see them or if you want to get them.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if you want to do her or be her, or it doesn't matter if you want to be her or be with her. You still got to pay either way. But,
but there's even free models that people like if they're just getting their feet wet, But there's even customizable free models. There's literally no. Oh.
Some people will pay to see pay to see wet feet. But anyway.
Oh.
Not me though. I'm not into that.
Went? Oh.
VTuber feet connoisseur, where the hell are you? Exactly.
Oh, should we show off our feet, Nyako?
Mine are covered in shoes. It wouldn't want to see that.
Mine are too.
There we go.
Yeah, but at least you can see my toes through mine.
Mine cannot.
Oh, should I show my entire outfit?
If you want, sure, by all means.
Okay, guys. I gotta show off the Rin fit, but we'll wait.
We gotta see the full.
We'll wait for this ad to conclude. Yep. Just so nobody misses the kitty feet, the kitty toes.
Of course. The toe beans.
The toe beans. Absolutely. Yep. But in
and
the meantime.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Wish I had bigger boobas, but yeah.
There's a slider for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you could just order bigger boobs.
Exactly. When in doubt, there's always a breastplate.
Girls. Oh, true. Yeah, what is that song called? It was Disney song about cats. No, not about boobs.
Okay. I was like, what? There's a Disney song about boobs? Why am I not knowing this until now?
Oh no, Nyako, where's your model go?
Do you want to get a boob job?
Do you want to get a boob job? No.
Let's get a bigger size. There you go.
Let's get a bigger size. Yeah.
I don't want to go up anymore. They touch the floor, then get stared by all the guys. I don't fucking know.
Oh my God. No. Wouldn't that be?
Next level Disney. Oh God. That'd be Disney After Dark basically at that point.
Absolutely. Disney After Dark.
Ladies, still the things popping in. Good to see you as well.
I was reading.
Happy Friday to you.
Somebody in chat said we all want to be cat girls, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Lane Echo.
Yeah, that there is a
I don't have an autoclip, my apologies.
Everybody wants to be a cat. Because a cat knows where it's at. I don't know if you're a big Disney fan, but I
don't think I've seen that one in particular. What one was that one?
The Aristocats.
Oh shit! The one I have not seen. The one Disney movie that at least the involving cast that I've not seen.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, I do want to preface by saying that this was an older Disney movie. So,
Of course.
yeah, there's going to be a big wow wow label on there saying that this is a product of its time.
Yep. Very much so. Yes.
Oh no, somebody clipped it. Oh no. I'm definitely
Clipping is
not going to
encouraged.
upload that to my Discord later and my Twitter. And
That was going straight to Trav for editing.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah, no, sorry,
God.
Fox. I actually don't have an auto clipper on this one because I don't know. I usually just use a marker, especially because I don't auto publish the VODs. It's more just because like when I do the clips myself, I try and like I'm very specific about where I set my start and end times for clips. So it's like that's just one of the reasons why I don't use an auto clipper myself, just because like it gets the start and end times all weird. But that's just me. That's I wonder if I should set that up at some point. I don't know.
Put that
Yeah,
down in the
probably
notes. Make notes, chat. Make notes.
Yeah, I'm sure I can get that up and running. There's no problem. It's no
I know
problem.
you literally can make anything happen. You are such a techie pro.
No. Oh, I do my best anyway. A lot of it's been more just like simple stuff. If you want to see someone who can actually make like literally anything happen on stream, got to check out that Shindigs guy. He's like super crazy. Yeah, he's primarily a PNG tuber. He did get recently a 3D model, but he's the amount of creativity that guy comes up with is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah,
What's up?
outfit.
Yes. Let's see.
All right,
let's see the full Monty, or in this case, the full kitty.
Yes. All right, the full kitty outfit coming to you live. Ready? We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up.
Oh, she is ascending.
I'm ascending, chat. Oh, I'm ascending. Wow. Like, let's go. We're lifting off. Oh, are those cats?
Oh my
talking?
God, that's the culture.
Oh
There's the
my
culture
gosh.
right there.
Oh,
She got
my.
the thighs, chat.
I got the thighs to save lives, okay?
Hell yeah.
So now we're going. Oh, sorry. Got a little tail in your face. My bad.
You
Yeah,
can
and then
stick
we
that
got
tail
the
in my face all you like every time.
Oh, my.
The toesies.
Yep. So here's the leggies. I can kind of go like this for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Well, there's a broad. I was gonna say where'd my mouse go? There it is. I was gonna say, let me join you up there.
Yes.
You want to
join
see
me.
thigh squish? You want to see double thigh squish? Let's go.
Yes. Let's. Okay.
There
The
we
double
go.
thigh squish. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. There's your culture right there.
We got
You
the
can tell.
culture.
You can already tell we're related.
Yeah. You
by
can
that
already
alone.
tell we're related.
You can see the family resemblance right there.
Yes. Yeah. The family resemblance is kind of hard to miss here.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not
oh
gonna
my-
see much else from me down here because, like I said, fully covered.
What are you talking about? You have like the cutest shoes. What do you mean?
Well, this is true, but I don't have the. Nobody's gonna get to see toesies from me.
Well, I mean, still, that'll come later.
Exactly.
So
That's not the only thing that'll come
squishy.
later. Heyo,
Oh, ayo.
had to. Where's my rotating here? Here we go.
Oh my goodness, Nyanko. I love your models so fuck. Can I just fangirl for like a half a second here? Your
Can we just
model
fangirl over each
is-
other? Because I love the fuck out of your model too, sis.
No, but like I love the details. And you know what? It's kind of funny that we both have like little necklaces, like little dangly necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Although that feather.
Fetter.
What a cute feather.
Hey, what a cute feta!
What a cute feather you got there.
There's the Chicago coming. There. Oops. There's the
right?
the Central coming out again.
Oh no, you can say I'm from Chicago,
fair.
baby. You can say it. All the people.
I'm from Chicago. If you watch Drag Race.
Oh yeah, I'm from Chicago. Yeah, no, we're always dodging bullets over here. So you could definitely tell I'm from Chicago.
That
Love the
totally didn't
deep
mean to
dish
drop that by
pizza.
accident, but
No, not at all. Not at all. Trust me. Like I said, my chat already knows. The Chicago comes out occasionally when I'm like really excited or really angry.
that's fair. I was gonna say you're welcome to get deep into my dish anytime I like.
Oh, I love deep dish. You don't gotta tell me, honey. I love deep dish pizza.
I actually do as well. There's one place I went to Washington. There's one place in like Bellingham that did a deep dish pizza. One place that did a proper Chicago deep dish. I've never been back there since because I just haven't traveled really since. But ever since I had that, it was like I never want to have any other pizza ever again.
Right? It's expensive though. It
is
hits
worth
the
every
bank.
penny. It hits your bank and your
Belly.
stomach. There
Yeah,
you
it
go.
hits my bank and
It
my
hits
belly.
the spot and the bank account. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, the paws and the bells. That's another thing we have in common. Rin loves bells. I mean, if you can't tell, also by her fox form, she loves bells.
And I think for a side point is that like a lot of the creativity on my model was actually like from the concept that I gave Rin to begin with versus the end point, like 90% of it is all Rin's idea. Because the model of the concept that I gave to Rin initially was like a lot more simple than this. And she just took it and like fucking ran with it, just went nuts with it. I can't thank her enough for everything.
Yeah, she is absolutely nutty patootie. Like if you give her an idea and you have some physical examples, like some pictures, she will just be like, okay. And then just fucking hit the ground running. She will like this whole outfit that I'm wearing, like this VTuber model, all I said was Shrine Maiden, cat VTuber with short hair.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I said. That's all I said. Literally, she sat down, started drawing, and she's like, do you like this? Yes? Okay, good. Okay, do you like this? Yes? Good. And then it just came into existence.
I love that. I was gonna say another thing too, but coming to existence AO. Anyway,
Becoming.
I was thinking that the fondness for bells and whatnot. She literally puts all the bells and whistles into her VTuber children.
No, really. No, really.
But I was gonna say the fondness for the bells and whatnot. I have a feeling it comes from her background interest of Final Fantasy 14. It definitely gives me a lot of those Final Fantasy vibes.
Maybe
that
you're
makes
onto
sense.
something, Nyanko. She
Perhaps.
does love Final Fantasy 14. A lot.
And I know you love it as well.
Oh,
Fox's
yeah,
Algebach. Or at
of
least you
course.
play it.
Of course I love. I hope Rin is not in the chat. Of course I love Final Fantasy 14. Of course I do.
Or at
She's
least
gonna-
you participate in it.
Absolutely. I will play just because Rin is playing.
Okay, that's fair. Like that makes sense, and I wouldn't blame you. But but you at least have at least like I can see the influence in the character design myself, even if I don't play it myself either. But
Definitely.
But no, absolutely worth it. Explains exactly. Just the amount of creativity this woman has is astounding, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly, boundless.
Whew. Endless. And I cannot wait for like more. I want more siblings. Give me more
Same.
siblings.
Now I know that I heard that there's actually going to be 2 more on the way now. Before it was just 1. Now there's another one as well.
2 more? I only heard of 1. She's having twins.
She is having, but not necessarily twins, but there's definitely more. I don't know if I don't know if I was. Well, I mean, she probably would have streamed it anyway. But it was like there's now. There's definitely. I'm glad to see that though. Like I'm honestly glad to see that.
Me too.
Because for
Give
one, it
all
means
the
more
work.
business for Rin. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And 2, of course, more siblings to discover and to hang out with. And
Yes. Plus, I just love to see the sibling,
The designs.
like the family grow. Yeah, and the designs.
Yes.
I want to see everything. I want to see what people can come up with, and I also want to
Absolutely.
see how far Rin can stretch that. You know, like I want to see Rin explode. I want her to be
I know
big
exactly.
VTuber mama.
I was gonna say, if you want to see something stretch until it explodes, I got you, homie.
Oh.
But anyway, hey, coming is my favorite.
Oops.
Hey, is that think you got. I think one of your another one of your community members dropped in as well.
Hi,
Actually, another fact.
Cam.
There we go,
Hi,
Cam. Sorry, not how to pronounce it
Yeah.
properly.
Yep, I call them Cam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely my
I'm
favorite cat to
a-
see across me as well. I gotta say.
Yeah, you got
But,
2 cats up here.
Exactly.
2
Those
pretty
gatos.
kitties. The gatos, yes.
Oh, the prettiest kid is sitting right across from me. Gotta say that for sure.
No, we're both pretty as kitties.
Well, I appreciate it. I was gonna say,
Ooh.
what was I gonna say actually? Fuck.
Are we gonna go over toggles too?
Yeah, by all means. I literally only
we gotta-
have like, well, the blush one is tied into Meek setup, so I don't have a dedicated button for that. But other than that, I really just have like, this and that and all the other toggles are like facial controlled. So I don't think I have my my teary-eyed one. I think is been detoggled, but because I don't really use it that much anyway.
True.
But,
How often am I, spilling my guts and crying on stream, right?
I know, right? Yeah. I literally like never had a need for that myself. Because here's the thing with that. We'll touch up who rigged each of our models. They're so animated. You drop yours first. So we both were drawn by Leather Mini, but we have we each kind of went our separate ways in terms of the papas. So
Yes.
we're technically sisters from another mister, so to speak.
Yes, absolutely. Mine, I believe his name on Twitter is Crixvex. Oh, lady. Ooh, my dog. She's just like, hey, like, mom, wouldn't it be funny? There you go. Type that into Twitter, and that is my VTuber pop. VTuber Papa. He rigged my model. He also does VBridger, or at least I think he does.
Mm-hmm. I thought didn't you say earlier that he changed his name, or was that something else?
You know what? I think he changed his name on Discord, not on Twitter. So his name is still Crixvex on Twitter, but I think he even has commissions open. Now I do want to say I did adjust the model once I got it to, be a little bit more, to my liking, to my style, But
Well,
honestly,
as you
he's
gotta do.
great.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I did the same as well with mine, even though, like, 'cause here's the thing. If you want to get the most out of your model, I just want to make a quick side point. If you want to get the most out of your model, you gotta dig in there yourself and do some personal adjustments as well. Like I guess Dave goes, well, thanks for dropping in, Cam. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in and showing up and introducing yourself as well. But you got to say, if for all the high level rigging that, the rigger, for all the top quality that a rigger can put out, like, they can only put out estimates based on, how they think you're going to, like, they can do basic, tracking, checking and whatnot, but, they're not going to know exactly the nuances of how your own face is going to move and how your face and body are going to move. And so, like, despite how much they may be able to set up parameters themselves, you got to be willing to dig into VTube Studio and actually kind of tweak those adjustments for yourself as well. Because I actually did the same as well for me. Big thing as well was when I actually had my tracking revised back in I think January after I had Takahata here in the studio, because his model's like super snappy, super responsive, and I noticed that mine was kind of a little bit I don't want to say sluggish, but a bit too not as prompt to react, so to speak, in comparison. So I kind of dug in there
stationary?
a bit. It was more like when it was like his was in air, mine was in water, kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, for one, I went back to my rig team and I got a bit of a revision request for just adjusting some expression parameters and making things a bit more expressive. But also I went into VTube Studio. I realized that I had a lot of the smoothing cranked up way too high, and so, like, my models was always like delayed behind my expression and like not really putting out properly. So I just decided, like, let's just get rid of all the smoothing. I think I put the smoothing down to like 1, where it was up before. It was up to like 5 or 10, and now, like, everything's super responsive and like she can go everywhere. But
you
yeah,
didn't
so
send
that's
it to
being
your
said.
mama for she to. Oh my god, I'm getting called out in your chat right now, Yanko. Ren.
Hey yo.
Okay, so I'm not the most technically savvy person, and Rin's got that artist eye. She knows exactly what I want. So yeah, I may or may not just send over the files to Mama Rin and have her adjust it for me.
Hey, if it works, it works, right? That's the important thing. Doesn't matter if you're doing it yourself or you're having somebody else do it, as long as what you get the results that you want in the end, right?
Exactly. I wish I knew more about like X and Y angle and turning upside down and like doing the opposite, and I have no clue. I'm spoiled. Rin absolutely spoils me.
Well, here's the thing though, is that like the nice thing about things like VTube Studio and whatnot, and even the fact of like just backing up your model in general, is that you have a lot of leeway when it comes to trial and error. So like there's nothing ever permanent. That if you were to go to dig into your model file and you happen to fuck something up, well, you can always just restore an older one. So it's like you can. Like, don't be afraid to kind of just get in there and kind of figure out how things work for you, because that's kind of that was a big thing what I had to do, and kind of how I figured out what works and what doesn't. Now my model compared to how I was last year around this time, my model now is like super expressive compared I don't want to say super. It is much more expressive, I should say, than what it was last year. And like, I'm thankful for that.
It's very expressive.
Well, I appreciate it. And I'm glad that it can be. Because like, here's the thing. For all the toggles and everything that we can have in a model, like for all the toggles, because like, when I first got into VTubing and I had, I was using the pre-made that I had before I got this girl. I think I had maybe like I almost had like 50 toggles just defined or some shit like that. And like, do you know how many right? And do you know how many of those I actually used on stream on a regular basis?
4.
None whatsoever. So like, when I got this girl put together, I was just like, let's just get the basics together. Let's get you're surprised, you're angry, you're sad, you're happy, whatnot, and a couple hand toggles, and just leave it at that. Because like the ones that I have as well, like if I go like, you'll see like the ahoge up top that straightens up, but that's all. That is an expression based toggle. That's not even technically a toggle. It just happens. I think like I got this added, so I can kind of do a bit more of a, not necessarily, because like when I was frowning before, it's kind of just like it didn't really sit properly. So now it's a bit more like properly defined. But like what I wanted was, as I know, kind of part of an inspiration, at least on my side, for how I tried to express through my model. There is this one really popular. Hey, Bassine, you get to see the popping in as well. Reaction animation tied parameters is so fun, absolutely. But yeah, thanks for popping in, homie. Happy Friday to you. But the most influential piece, which is actually probably one of the biggest clips. There's a Shy Lily clip where she talks about the expressiveness of her model and how she keeps that up. Now I know a lot of people do talk a lot about puppeteering your model, so to speak, and like kind of like over exaggerating your movements and whatnot.
Your features, yeah.
I tried to do that initially, but I found it was like way too awkward when I tried to do things like, just like talking to my mic. Because as well, like my mic is on a really tight noise gate. So it's like, if I move too far, I don't want to move too far away from it. And like, so, and just like, when you're, it is one thing when you're talking like this, but with just like your mouth moving like, the regular, how it usually does. But when you over exaggerate things, it kind of sounds a little bit off. So to speak,
right? Because your mouth movements are
exactly. And so like what I wanted to try and find the balance between the model being expressive in and of itself without me having to over exaggerate my natural expressions or having to overthink things. Because that's the moment you start overthinking things, and that's when you start losing your I want to say organicness, your genuineness or what the hell is the term I'm looking for? Not
Get what you're saying though.
authenticity. That's the word.
Authenticity, yes.
Yeah, and so I wanted my model to still be exactly. I wanted my Jinx exactly. I wanted my model to still be expressive while still being like naturally me. And so that's where it comes into tweaking your VTuber parameters. And so like, I am happy with how you can tell when I'm just doing my regular thing because I'm a naturally expressive person in general. So when I'm just sitting here talking, my model's still moving, my mouth's still moving. I'm still like engaging on the same basis that I would otherwise. But like, I'm not having to overthink it, not having to overdo it. It just is what it is. And the only real toggles that I have are just the heart hands and the peace hands. And that's really all the way I want. Because like, sure, you can have somebody has like 1 billion toggles on the model. They only show them off once during like their debut or whatnot. They never use them again.
Very
but
true.
Like, where in this case, it's just like, I just show up, I turn my tracking on, and bam, here I am. All I have to do is I just got to be me. And that's just how I have my model set up. Is how I like it.
Yeah. I like to make my toggles very, very personal. If I'm spending the money on an extra toggle, I really, truly, deeply want the toggles to be special. So for instance, this friend toggle, like I love my friends. I was even thinking about getting a Nyanko cat toggle because seriously, like if I connect with somebody very on a personal level like that, I want you to be a part of me, my story, so I just want everyone turned into little fuzzy animals. Nyanko.
Can't help it. You know me.
I guess the other one that I have is like a controller. Because I do like to game quite a bit, so I thought
you are literally the kitty cat gaming, so it wouldn't be you without the gaming part, right?
Me.
And I was gonna say the Rin toggle is absolutely adorable.
Yeah, and this is actually movable. Like if I plugged in my controller, it would actually like click the buttons.
What's the? I remember the. Ow! Oh, you got another hydrate. Make sure to consume the beverage. That makes 2 of us. I remember what was the base software for that? I remember it. I've seen that.
Yeah, is it something pad? Not Nyanko
it's not like
pad,
Nanopad or
like right though, it's like Nyanko pad or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh god, I have it in like
I know the one
my
you're talking
folder
about,
within a folder.
Yeah,
but it's very simple. It's very base, but it works. So yeah,
because like.
I guess
because I didn't put too much because I know there's like extra things like that I could have gone with, but that's also the thing where it's like I didn't want to spend everything that I had at the time as well.
Right? No.
So I kind of just wanted the
toggles, core. No. These toggles came much later. Like I think the base one that I had was just pout. The tears. And then basically just like the hard eyes. Because I gotta have the hard eyes. I think that's like part of I love it.
It is so you.
And then the waves. Those were like my original like toggles that I originally had. Girl, the controller is designed for you. I know.
Literally.
No, we were talking.
She loves to push those buttons, chat.
Yes. No, I was talking about the thing that makes the
you can handle my joystick anytime he likes this.
Yeah. Nyanko, I'm gonna lose my train of thought.
Hey, mine went off the rails a long time ago, homie.
I see that. But I also have a secret hidden, well, not really hidden, but it's more of a
after hours toggle.
Well, I do have that. That's the code is off. They can come off.
Oh, wow. There they are.
Yeah. Yep. Believe it or not, I'm actually, like a D cup. Believe it or not, you just can't see it because of the code.
She is full size.
Just like my little sister. Yes, we do come with, yeah, we do
certain
come
assets.
With certain assets. I do have an additional one, but I probably shouldn't show it on Nyanko's stream. Don't worry.
At least unless we got in the hot tub together.
It's PG, but it's for hot tub streaming, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Exactly.
But
getting deep in the onsen there. Side point, I do just want to comment while we are on that topic really quickly. A fun thing about Japanese dress, especially like the yukatas and kimonos and whatnot, is like my IRL best friend, my IRL bestie, she's got fucking J cups, and like
Jacobs.
when you put a kimono over that though, like it's hard. They hide so much so well. Like
They do. Like if I'm just showing off the, like the normal like kimono, it's I mean it's super cute, and I absolutely
be
this
some
is
new drip
the
on the way,
design
man.
I fell in love with. I
Yeah.
love it.
oh, it's
But
fucking
yeah,
gorgeous.
It definitely does not show the boobies.
I think that's part of just the way that like I know it's also the materials ahead of their time, but also I think because kind of the way that they I think that was also very intentional as to how they I'm very modest, very modest, very demure, very cutesy.
yeah.
Exactly.
Very demure, okay? We're the cutesy kitty cat gaming.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say that like Japanese dress tends to really hide a lot of the bust like deceptively well.
Yes.
And
Lots
so
of
it's like-
layers.
Exactly. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because like you're saying, just like we can you'll get to see a lot more of what's under here in a different outfit later on.
Yeah,
I'll say
wink,
that.
wink, chat. Stay tuned. Yanko Panko Tanko's got an amazing, drip coming out. She
Allegedly.
literally has like the Rennie Vuitton coming soon. Ooh.
Exactly. If you want to get a sneak peek, go check out Rin's VODs. But anyway,
Yes.
enough about me. We were talking about your toggles, your dress, your outfit. What else you got?
Yeah, the other toggle. Yeah. So I saved this for different occasions. Sometimes, I would like to revert back to my original nature, Sometimes I just want to go back
wants
in
to go feral.
time. I want to go feral, guys. I want to go feral, chat. So give it a second, give it a minute, give it a hot minute. And if it doesn't appear, that's okay. I'll go back to the human.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah. You know what
Wait,
though?
Is it baked into the same model or is it separate?
Hello, everybody. Sorry
Oh,
it took
I
so
think we're
long.
getting-
It was loading.
There we go. The
It
long
was
boy.
loading. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna sit on your desk with you. Now
You can sit
I
a lot
can't
more
really.
than that, homie.
Oh. Yep. So sometimes I just want to go a little feral, little back to, back to the true form,
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Exactly.
Yeah, right. I'm very bouncy. I'm very jiggly.
Both in
I
cat
can-
and human form.
Yes. And I can eat a Dorito.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But wait, I want to actually eat it. Thank
Nice catch.
you. I'm super good at catching things, and I'm angry. I'm so angry. Let's see. Oh, the hearts. I got some hearts going
That's
on.
adorable.
Yeah, just happy to be here. And then Long Boy.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're Long Boy up in here today.
You get to see her full length here on stream right now, chat.
My full length chat. Oh my goodness.
She extends.
I'm extendable. Yeah. So extendability.
Exactly.
I love it.
Now remember, if she happens to stay full length for longer than 4 hours, please consult a doctor.
Right? Oh my goodness. And then if I'm really, really happy, I'm super
wow,
duper
Turbo Tail.
happy. Yes, Turbo Tail. And then we got the. I'm so
Aw.
sad. I'm so sad. I'm literally pouring down my face right now. I want takoyaki. Oh wait, I do have takoyaki.
I think you have a talk. Yeah, you have. I remember that. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And then if you want to give me head pats.
That's cute.
Yes.
I could, but my
But
hands
yeah.
don't extend out that far.
Oh, no, that's okay. Chat can do it for you.
Hey,
All right.
Nakora, good to see you as well. Thanks for popping in, homie. Happy Friday to you. Currently
Yes,
interviewing my
happy
lovely VTuber
Friday.
sisters, Zika Together Gaming.
Give me.
You gotta say it with a Z and it's a French accent.
You know, I don't know if it's.
And then fire the missiles.
I'm so bad with accents. I wasn't sure. Like people in the chat are probably. Oh.
Incoming
Violence.
raid.
Oh, but he's got
Violence
a
on
raid
stream.
actually coming in.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Natalie, thanks so much, very much appreciated. Welcome to the community, and thanks so much for joining me. We're currently doing an interview on We're going to do the Friday morning 2-for-1 with my lovely big VTuber sisters, Zika Together Gaming. Hope you had a good time doing just chatting. How did that go for you? I hope that went well. Don't be afraid to raid and run if you need to. Make sure to get our sleep with food dehydration as well after a nice long chatting stream. Same goes for the Raiders. Nobody's obligated to stick around. It is appreciated, but if you want to karaoke, hell yeah. You got your singing on. I cannot sing worth shit.
Yanko, when are you going to do a karaoke stream?
When chat gives 1,000 subs. Let's say that. And
Mark that
Honka's
down,
hell yeah.
guys. Mark that down.
God. Yeah, if you want to
Yes.
subject yourself to, my voice is made for talking, definitely not for singing. I was supposed to do a karaoke during my debut, and I learned very quickly why that was not a good idea. So I ended up selling off the microphones that I got for that quite fast.
Oh, the
after that.
microphone. Okay, but this
It wasn't.
microphone might
The mic
be
wasn't
okay,
the problem.
right?
The mic was not the mic was not the problem.
What
it was
was?
not.
What
it
was
was
the
my
problem?
my voice. I could
I
not
don't
carry a tune
believe
or.
that. I don't believe that for a minute, Yanko. You literally
Trust
sound
me,
like
I
you
tried.
have. Oh no. I think you would be great. In fact, we should do it right now. Do
Oh
it.
God.
I'm just joking.
We're
I'm
not
just
doing this one
joking.
live. I promise. Give
You're
thumbs
right.
up.
We
Yeah,
need, we
give
need a
thumbs
few
up to-
drinks first.
Exactly. And not the standard hydration. There we go.
Yeah, no.
That'll come a lot later.
Yeah, something a little
But-
stronger might help. Might help loosen the vocal cords.
Exactly. But Natalie, I want to thank you once again for the raid as well. Much appreciated. Yeah, make sure to have yourself. Hope you get a nice relaxing weekend after your long streams, and hope you also get some rest in your voice too. Because
Yes.
I've done some karaoke before myself in the past. But yeah, I don't want to subject my viewers to that. At least at this point, at least not for free.
At least not for free.
Yeah, for those of you who are super masochists, you want to pay to get audibly tortured. Yeah, just like sub me until I sing. I guess.
I don't believe
Sounds
you.
good.
I truly don't believe you.
Oh God. You will eventually. Let's just put it that way. It was not. A pretty, there was a reason why I sold those off super fast.
I hope you do a karaoke stream one of these days. I will be
We'll
there
make-
and I will be square.
We'll make that a legitimate sub. I still gotta we'll make that a legitimate subathon goal. I actually still gotta properly plan a subathon for, because all of everybody that I know left and right is doing subathons over the summer. And I'm just standing here like, I don't really know if I'll have enough like traction. We'll see. Well, Natalie, thanks again. Hope you have a good time going back to work. We are gonna give another attempt at the castle assault on Sunday. In Ready or Not, so we'll see how that goes. If you'll notice, I am no. That is you were holding me up to standards that I could never meet. By that, you were holding me up to a
Really?
bar that I could never hit.
I don't
And
know. Your chat's saying different, Yanko.
I mean, I will say I enjoy when certain people hold my bar, but that's beside the point. But we were talking about
feel like
back to the topic of our.
Oh yeah.
No, I was gonna say maybe just for you, I will at some point, but
Do it
I
a
don't
private sesh.
I can do a lot more than that for you in private, sis. But
Oh, let me pay first, Yanko. What's your Venmo?
exactly. We're in Canada. We use Interac e-transfer. That's a lot different.
Okay.
I'm surprised that in the US you have like debit card system, but you don't have a standardized system for like money transfer, which is a little bit weird. But then
Yeah,
again,
we
I think
have-
it's kind of same thing to do with your healthcare.
Oh Jesus, am I right? Right?
Yeah.
Scream it from the rooftops, please.
That'll probably sound better than my attempts at singing. Let's just put it that way.
No,
Thanks much for lurking as well, Natalie.
I still don't believe you.
Okay, fine. We'll make it happen eventually. We'll make it happen sometime soon. Don't worry. I think
Deal.
Yeah, that was one of my goals before I went on hiatus anyway. So we'll subject these masochists to what they really want to hear, apparently. But what we also want to hear was back on the topic of your riggers before. We were talking about your rigger and my rigger. Yeah, so you were you mentioned
showed off my toggles, so
you did. You actually, I can't remember. You mentioned that Craig Specs had changed his name, or just still
only
Craig
on
Specs
Discord. Only on Discord.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yep.
So I went a bit of a different route with my rigging. Now my V-Bridger is done by Pixel Vertus, who's also actually fairly well known in the VTubing community, in the Live 2D community specifically. It was actually when the company that I went with, the Seiru Guild, was actually introduced to me by Skashi, the first follower of Fox. I got a lot of foxes in my VTubing history, more than I have cats. Oddly enough, Skashi introduced me to Seiru Guild through one of the people that he knows in the guild. However, a fun fact is the rigger, the main body rigger that I had actually been eyeing for a while, actually turned out to be accessible through the Seiru Guild themselves. That was speaking of the fucking devil.
Wow.
Hey. Oh wait, no, sorry. That was Nicora just shouting them out. I forgot. You scared me for a second there, Nicora, because I thought Skashi just happened to pop in here. Yeah, sorry. It was at the exact time that I happened to mention his name.
Mention the devil and she shall appear.
Exactly. Ask and ye shall receive. The rigger that I actually had for my main body through the Seiru Guild is Kuniko-san, aka 925 Kuniko on Twitter, 925 Nico. Fun fact, I actually share the same rigger for my main body as Pipkin Pippa and like half of the rest of the Phase Connect corpo. So that's something that a lot of you may not know about this. So like I literally got my if only why is that bump? I know, right? I actually got my dream rigger on my first model, which was like a major achievement for like even just getting into VTubing. I know, right? So I got super lucky with that, especially because I know I talk about a lot about Phase Connect, but their headquarters are actually in Vancouver, which is like the city right next door to me in BC. So a little bit of a hometown pride.
Connect?
As much as I would like to, I don't think that's going to be realistically happening in the near future. For one, they don't take my type of combination of voice and model is probably not in their best interest, so to speak.
What? Why? I demand an explanation, okay? Because you have the voice, you have the talent, you could literally make content. Like, what the fuck else do they want? You know, and you got a cute avatar. Like, I don't know what else they could ask for, unless they're like, we want female only. Like, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's literally it, yeah.
Don't they have male? They don't have male?
They do not.
Oh.
They do not.
Well, okay, you can.
No.
I don't know. Like,
I can work in their warehouse, I guess. I think I applied for the work in their warehouse a while. No, I didn't actually, because I don't live there. But yeah, I just got.
They could use you.
They're not the only ones that could use my AO.
No, Nyanko. I'm just saying they're missing out on amazing talent by just having only females.
I think it's more that they want people to actually have actual reach. By comparison, I'm still fairly
like 1,000 followers.
I do know a lot of people. That is
maybe
like I'm not taking them for granted whatsoever, but I think they want people to have at least 5 digits. From what I've seen,
digits
or 5 or 6.
Oh Lord!
I don't just mean thingies.
Well, you'll get there. You're on your way.
Eventually, maybe. I mean, hey, I at least managed to get Tenma Miami to play Obama boss fight on her stream last year, so it's kind of an achievement, I guess. We'll put it that way. But
you're so silly.
I try.
Whatever. Yeah, we'll start our own VTuber agency, the Babaniku. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Technically, Baba Yumi I started that, co-founded that with Miami O'Reilly and Hanako Maya last year. We still got a few members in that, and that's still a thing. We just haven't engaged with it very much. Because Hanako's been doing their management. They're now become a full-time VTuber manager themselves, and Mia's also
Really?
been their full-time client. Yeah, I'm super impressed by them because like that was kind of what they wanted to do for a while now, and they finally had the opportunity to do it properly. So they actually got their they got their kind of their dream job achievement already there, which is awesome.
Dang. Good for
That,
them.
So if you really want to jumpstart your getting back into the VTubing space yourself, sis, you're always welcome to hit them up as well. They're in my server too.
Gosh, I
an option.
wish, but I don't have any funds to pay for employees.
Makes two of us.
I am a broke ass cat. Living in America right now.
Yeah, living in America. Exactly. You actually have the tongue toggle. I did not opt for that myself, but anything else, I'll never really found.
Yeah, my tongue. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh, it's
really
not
a toggle,
but yeah.
but
It does the thing. Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Like to see what else you can do with that tongue, Neo. Anyway,
Okay. No, that's a separate toggle, Nyanko.
there we go.
That's
We'll
for
explore the
paid
full spectrum of
customers.
There we go. Well, I do bring you bread every day, so we'll say I guess that counts for
Ooh.
something.
Nyanko, I love your sweetbread, so you can bring that anytime.
I'm glad you love my bun, sis. There's a lot of love bunch too.
Oh gosh.
Oh God.
You kill me.
Exactly. Thankfully, not literally. I just
No,
love you having
not
me.
yet.
I know.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Trust me,
I just
Chat.
love you and I love
They're
having
gonna
you.
have looks to kill pretty soon here.
When are you gonna get a matching one? We should matchy.
Matching.
Mhm.
Oh God, you think so?
Absolutely.
Do you think I should get a that
100%.
toggle? Mm-hmm.
You should absolutely get that outfit.
You know what? I'm gonna have to consult with Mama Rin on this. What do you say, Mama
Hell
Rin?
yeah. Fuck yeah.
She's like,
Well,
she's
you want to
like,
go? You want to
"Honey."
make it a true Friday morning 2-for-1 there, Mama Rin?
Yeah,
You
she's
know
like,
you
no,
wanna."
kitty. Look at her pat my arm. Save your money.
Honestly, the best exactly. Honestly, the cost of the outfit is only a fraction of the cost of the main model, so it worked out at least on my side.
True. It just, oh man, rent is going. It went up by
Yeah, that's true.
$300.
Oof.
Yes,
Yeah.
300 freedom coins. So yeah, it is
Yeah.
hitting hard.
I'm kind of thankful that we at least have some semblance of rent control here where I live, but I cannot imagine it going up that much in one cycle. Ugh. I am very sorry for your predicament.
No, it's okay. I mean, that more the reason to start streaming again, to get some side hustle cash going.
Oh, there you
Who
go.
wants to pay to see me yap, right?
Hey, if you want, you could also dip your toes into the blue side if you want to go that route. Speaking of toes, but
Blue side. What's that?
oh, the ones for the fans, and only the fans.
Banana? What?
Banana. I
Banana?
mean, if people paid enough, you could see the banana on that site too. But
Are you talking
No.
about? I'm so lost. OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I am so sorry. That went right over the one brain cell orange cat.
I have
brain.
I borrowed the-
brain.
I'd borrow the brain cell that time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. Can I have that back? I need it to function, please.
We'll take turns with it. I'll use it when I'm asking the question. You can use it when you answer. There we go.
Deal.
We got a
deal.
system figured out, chat. We got a system figured out. But I
Oh,
should also ask you
God.
more questions. What the hell am I doing? Is look the fans
We're
the other one.
chit-chatting.
This is we're cat chatting.
Yeah, cat yapping. The yappers.
It's a caterwauling. Exactly.
The clouder.
There we go. That's the one. I do have to ask you. There's a lot about. We're talking a lot about how we've already been in the VTubing space and how what we did after we first got into the VTubing space. But I got to ask you though, how did you get into VTubing and how did you go from wanting to become a VTuber to becoming a VTuber?
Ooh, that is a tough question. When I first started you know what? Actually, I gotta back it up even further.
Yeah.
I was introduced by Twitch. Now, don't judge me. Don't judge me, chat and Nyanko.
Nobody's judging.
Don't judge me. I was
Hey,
really
you've seen all the shit that
big-
I've said during my stream, so myself.
True.
Nobody's judging me for that, so you got a pretty
But
low
this
bar
is-
to meet
Yeah,
there
this
for
is a
that.
safe space, right?
Absolutely.
I got on Twitch because of Overwatch 1. I loved playing Overwatch 1. Don't ask me who I mained because that's another
Okay, well, who'd you
that's
main then?
Yeah, I'm not telling you.
Okay,
It's
fine.
definitely not a girl with, like
It was Diva,
angel
wasn't it?
wings and no,
Oh, no,
even worse.
mercy.
Even worse.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Listen, okay, it was really fun back in Overwatch 1 because you could pull off different movements with your Mercy that other people couldn't. Either they had to learn and figure it out, or they had to it's hard to explain. It's called a super jump.
Oh, okay.
Whereas now Overwatch 1, they have it built into the system, so you can't really, there's no tech behind it. You just press a button and it does it. So
I see.
but
They made it all too simple.
Yes,
for these
they
new kids
did.
these days.
I want the
Kids these days
skills.
got it much too simple. All they gotta do is press one button. Back in my day, we had to
Absolutely.
input a whole combination. You can't just do the Kamehameha nowadays like good before.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, they made it simpler, fine. I don't mind that, but it really took a lot of effort to do a slingshot move or a
You had to
super
commit to
jump
it.
or and 3 buttons. You had to click 3 buttons. You could not click them at the same time, but it was 1 millisecond apart. You had to click them to achieve this goal. So anyways, don't I won't get down the rabbit hole. That's a deep hole. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to go down.
I mean, knowing me, Chad, I'm not afraid. I'm a little
You're
bit
not
all too
adverse to
familiar with,
holes.
especially the deep ones.
Oh, I know. But so there was a girl I used to watch all the time.
Speaking of holes, fuck.
She was
Good segue there, sis.
I know, right? I know. I'm so good at this. She was
It's almost like you used to
top-
interview people or something. Oh, she was the top. Oh, please go on.
Oh my God, Yanko, let me finish.
Oh, I'll let
making
you
it
finish
sound way
anytime you want,
worse.
sis. Don't worry.
Oh my, where's the door? I'm leaving.
The front door or the back door?
I'm so done. Oh my God, Nyanko Paco Tanko. Shame on you. Shame on you. Do you not have any mercy on me, please?
I mean, I'm sure the reason why I picked Mercy because he wanted to know your fish in the first place. But I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
You were on a roll here. You were on a roll.
I can be on a lot more things than just a roll, honey.
I'm going to discipline you. I'm gonna spank that butt. Shame on you.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time, sis.
You know what? Let's just continue. We gotta save
Please do.
this for after hours, please, Ms. Nyanko Panko Tanko.
Back over to you, sis.
Yes. So she was a top 500 Mercy mate. That's right. Discipline. Throw a truck
Don't worry
at him,
about that.
chat.
Exactly. The reality, the coming to my senses really hit me like a truck.
Good. But she was a actual flesh and blood streamer. She wasn't a VTuber. But
A
the
flesh
way
tubers, we
that
called them.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want you to make it dirty.
The term is already dirty enough as it is.
I know.
I can't really make
know.
any more than that.
Oh God, but she was the one that actually inspired me to start streaming. But I really didn't have a lot of confidence to show my face initially. Because even though I can make myself look good, that takes work. That takes effort.
That makes two of us.
that's too much for me.
And a lot more me than you, not gonna lie.
Well, no. Trust me. It's wonders what makeup can do. But anyways.
Well, it can't make me look like this. I can say that for sure.
I bet you I could help you with that.
You probably need a surgeon for that.
A surgeon. You doubt me. You doubt my skills, my sister.
You know, I would be open to I would, what is the word I was trying to say? I would like to see what you can do, not gonna lie.
Facial hair might be a bit hard to work around.
That's what wax is for, isn't it?
Well, or you want to wax your face? Ouch! Owie! Owie!
Or whatever the hell the removal, the other method is.
I was gonna say we could shave it.
Yeah,
actually, you know what? I could probably shave it into
do
like
I
a
make
little
the
heart.
joke, chat? Do I make the joke? No, well, I've already gone to. I've already said enough.
Well, so I just picked up streaming, but I just had a PNG that didn't move, that just sat in the corner, and it was of my original design, which was based off of what I look like in real life. But just, got like the gamer kitty pink headphones and like a shirt that said game on, like
Mods, please twist his balls. That is not that for all our conversation, that is not relevant to what a first time chat should be.
Oh boy.
Anyway, continue.
So later on, that's when like the VTubing scene really started to like come out and really start to boom. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I mean, like you could just have an avatar that matches your movements, that like it was really cool. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I want that. I want that in my life. I want to become a cat girl. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. That's the spirit.
Yeah. So originally I did I had a commission for a half body for the original design, which was based off of, Real Kitty. It was amazing. It was by an artist named Himichu. She's pretty big on Twitch, actually. She's got a very large following. She's part of a pretty big VTuber artist group. So definitely if you want to, get some nice piece of work, although you have to wait pretty long time for a commission from her. So if you really want a commission for a VTuber model, hey, go check out Ridmini.
There you go. 100%.
Yeah, and then I found Rin and bugged the shit out of her. I was like her number one chatter. Like I loved her vibes, and at the time, her husband Kat was also duo streaming, like with her, and I thought their dynamic was so fucking cool. Like you had Rin, who was quiet, just doing her thing, drawing, and then you just have this loud and obnoxious loud mouth of an orange fat cat. And chat, when I say fat, he prefers to be called like big fat cat. Okay,
he's literally named Garfield, my server.
He's literally he embodies Garfield.
I love that.
And then it was all history from then on. I saved up my money and was like, Rin, I want cat girl, shrine maiden, VTuber stat. And she's like, okay.
She's like, okay, we'll make it happen.
Yep. She's like, money? Okay, I could do it. Rin is very business oriented, but she is one of my best friends.
She does
of
good
all
business.
Time. Yeah, she does good business. Also is a great friend too.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
I
hope that
agree.
answers the question. I know it was a bit lengthy. It was a bit ranty, especially about the Mercy stuff. But
hey, trust me, I know a thing or two about things that are a bit lengthy. Especially when it comes to questions.
You were too much.
Yeah, some people say I'm just enough. Hey,
Oh my god! You know what? At this point, you're gonna have to take me out to lunch, Mister. Because holy moly!
Lunch, dinner, and dessert. Well, you get to be dessert already. There we go. That works for all of us.
Thank you. What flavor would you be if you were ice cream, Nyanko?
Probably I want to
flavor?
say that would be the obvious answer, but I was probably most people think that melon pan involves a melon flavor, so I'd probably say honeydew.
Honeydew. Ooh.
Like
That's a unique flavor.
it kind of tastes like cantaloupe, basically. But yeah, melon pan itself is not actually named for its taste. It's named just for its like for what it looks like. It's more just tastes like
what does a melon pan taste like then?
It kind of tastes like a honey bun without the coconut center. Is the best way to put it. It's got the same type of like the top coating. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sugar bread.
I would eat
Exactly.
it. Sugar bread. Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome to eat my melon pan. Anytime he likes this. And me too while I had it. So
What
I guess
flavor would you
listening
be,
back to
Kenny?
stuff. I'm glad.
I was once told
Definitely
that
want to say
if
strawberry.
You're okay. I will take that into consideration
He's got a
because
lot of red.
I love strawberries. Pink, red, yeah, the coloration on my character definitely. But I was once told by a chatter long time ago when the earth
In the
was
galaxy far, far away.
in a galaxy far away that if I were to taste or smell like any flavor, they told me that I would smell like coffee.
Are you a morning person?
No.
That just makes it even more random.
I was like, interesting. And I guess they put it in the way of like, there's a lot of like white on my palette. And like the little tufts of white could be like the cream or like the foam on top. And like the dark, oh God, what would you call this shirt? the armless shirt. The
bodysuit kind of thing.
Yeah. So they were like, "Oh, I could definitely see you as
Got
like
another hydrate, by the way. Gives myself
Nail
to see
him.
as well.
gotcha."
You got a drink too, sis.
Oh shoot. Okay. I got my water.
I was gonna say if you want a cream on top, you don't even have to ask. Hey,
Oh my God, I'm drinking my water, Nyanko. You're gonna make me spit it up through my
Yeah, I feel like that.
nostrils. My poor Mike. No,
Depends on
don't you
spit as well.
dare. Don't, I knew it. You, shame on you. Nyako Paco Taco. Shame on you.
I swear to God, I just cannot help myself sometimes.
I know. You're a little stink butt. You're a little stinker.
One of the things I taught myself in terms of like how to keep a conversation going, at least in terms of like interacting with chat and whatnot, because like I know a lot of people that they often catch shit like the world exactly. I know a lot of people often say they have a hard time trying to like maintain conversation with chat or even like with anybody else, and or yeah they don't know how to they say they don't know how to yell like yap on the stream. Like my biggest thing for like teaching myself how to just yap on stream was just to think out loud in general, and as you can probably tell, sometimes it doesn't exactly that kind of gets me places where I don't exactly intend to go.
You need a filter. You need a filter on those thoughts, mister.
I mean, you can put a
If
filter
I
on the
said
coffee.
everything that
I
came to
don't know.
mind, man, I would. People would think, dang, this cat has got a lot on her mind. But it's a lot. But the
wouldn't imply you have a brain cell.
Yeah, the quality of it though is more like, I kind of want chicken nuggets. You guys want chicken nuggets?
Chicken nuggies?
I want chicken nuggets.
Szechuan sauce?
Szechuan
Szechuan sauce? Nuggies.
Szechuan sauce.
Exactly.
Is that how you say
Szechuan
it?
sauce.
Szechuan sauce.
Szechuan sauce. There you go.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay,
At least it's better
sorry,
than
the one brain cell.
what is it? The Worcestershire sauce? No,
The
like Worcestershire or whatever the hell.
Worcestershire sauce.
Wash your sauce.
Wash your floss.
Wash your floss, exactly.
Wash your floss.
Wash your sauce. I don't know.
Windshield washer
Windshield
sauce.
washer sauce. Yeah, there you go. It's now officially called windshield washer sauce.
Oh God.
You hear it here first, chat. New term coined.
Yes. The dyslexia is
New
hitting
coin
hard
termed.
today, Nyanko.
That makes two of us. Don't worry.
Oh, that's right. You're dyslexic too. Oh my gosh.
To an
We are
extent.
sisters.
I know,
we are
right?
sisters.
100%. One brain cell between two siblings,
What do you got for me?
and we can
baby?
never tell what
Aw.
direction it's going.
My dog is giving
My
me
dog.
her. My dog.
What the dog doing?
Can I pet that dog?
Hey, get about the dog.
Can I pet that dog? I want to pet that dog.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. Oh my God. And like the
Ooh, Ali
bear.
says, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ali says, I'm thinking Kitty would be Thai tea because she's orange and sweet. I can see that.
Ooh,
That is 100%
love
valid.
tea. I
And she's an
love
orange cat.
tea. And
Same.
I am orange.
I love bubble tea especially. I love sucking those balls. through a straw.
Yes. I'm
What's your favorite
gonna
flavor?
pretend anything and everything. Just put it in my mouth.
Oh, I can plenty happy to do that for you. You just set that one right up for me. You don't even.
I walked into it hoping that you would be the more mature cat in here and say, you know what? I'm going to give Kitty this one. I'm going to give her. Nope. Didn't even give me an inch. Didn't even give me a
I can
mile.
give you a lot. I'll give you a lot more than an insist.
Cat, please put this cat in timeout. She needs to put in timeout corner.
You can put me in a lot of you put me in a lot of things if you want.
No. Where's the bonk? You got a bonk emote that I can bonk.
There we go.
Thank you.
That counts.
Thank you, Chad. That was a good
Do
bonk.
I like conchas? That was. I gotta say. Do I like conchas? What are conchas? Exactly.
Concha?
Conchas. I have no idea what those are. I'm gonna look that up right now.
What if you just said like a really bad word on stream? Oh, isn't it the
Shell bread. Okay, interesting.
Yes. It's like the one that has like the veins in it.
Mexican sweet bread.
Yeah, it's so good. I forgot that's what they were called. Oh, they're
yes,
so
that's what has the
tasty.
veins in it.
Get isekai.
Anyway. But yeah, it looks like basically Mexican version of melon. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they're really
so
good. They're really tasty.
I'm gonna have to try that. Well, for one, I have to try and find a place that actually sells it, and two, then I'm gonna have to try it. But looks that is kind of similar to the concept of what Melon Pan itself is. Both in the way it's made and what it contains. So I'll definitely have to try and. Well, thanks for introducing me. I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to find. I'm definitely gonna. Hey, trust me, Decor. There's a lot more than that. I'll slide. But anyway.
Yeah. Don't worry, Nyanko. I will get it from our mini mart down the street, and then I will come up to Canada, and you're gonna sneak me over the border, and I'm just gonna live at your place. I'm gonna live in your shack, and I will give you the chanclas. Yeah.
Gladly. I will take you up on that offer. Don't worry.
Ooh, but are you scared of big dogs though?
Malinois? Hell no. My one of my male coworkers had a Malinois. Had a Malinois for her patrol dog.
That's right. I forgot I had told you about her. So you're like, you were telling me, oh, that's so cool. Yeah, a lot of people when I walk into places, they are. And you know what? They are the most loyal dogs I've this is my first time owning one. I've grown up with shepherds my entire life, but Malinois, they are a different breed, man. I mean, obviously a different breed, but like a different animal in general. They are the furry missiles of the dog world. They are the Navy SEALs.
Absolutely.
But
they
you
are
know
like
what?
a Swiss Army knife of canines, basically.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like the other day, I took her out. We have a really nice big, what is it called? It's a retention pond, but it's dry.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Like a lake bed?
Yeah, kind of. But it's really dry, and it's basically just a field, but it's bowl-shaped. So I stand at the top of the hill, and I throw ladies rope ball. And
Yeah.
Jesus, this dog gave me a heart attack. No, actually, because she jumped in the air to catch it midair, and she's doing like a backflip. This is a 75-pound dog, like pure muscle. And I'm like, lady, no, don't land on your head. Because oh my God, Nyanko, I could not afford if this dog like pulled a muscle and I had to bring her to the vet, but luckily she did this like cat reflex thing where she turned her back like legs, and then the rest of her body followed like a spring. And luckily she landed on all 4 feet. But I'm like, dog, you are not a Navy SEAL. You are a service dog. Well, I mean, service dog, but a medical alert dog, not the military dog.
Yeah. But yeah, those Mals they're basically like greyhounds mixed with shepherds or retrievers.
I call them like bully at heart, but like shepherd outside. They have like the bully breeds. Like oh my gosh, I'm sorry if you can hear. She's squeaking her toy. Oh yes,
I can kind of hear it.
I'm so sorry.
No. I don't mean that in a bad way.
She's just super excited. She's like, Mom is awake at this hour? What the hell?
Trust me, I don't mean that at all in a bad way.
I know, but
we're happy to have you here just as much as we're happy to have you here as well.
I know, but you're distracting me, sweetheart. Oh, now she's pulling the stuffing out of this. Gosh. Typical Malinois.
Yeah. That's also the same story of my other friend's Mal as well. When they know you're awake but your eyes aren't on them, then they'll get your attention one way or another. Hey, Keona, thanks for popping as well. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. This dog. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better first dog, I guess.
Yeah.
Although most people, when I was reading up on Malinois, they're like, if you're a first-time dog owner, don't get them. Like, they need a lot of mental, physical stimulation. You can't have a full-time job because, they're basically like furry missiles that like just constantly go, and you won't have any time for yourself. I'm gonna tell you, she must be an outlier. Like maybe she has some shepherd in her. Like maybe she's a mix. Because I actually did rescue her. Oh, now she's got her piggy. So if you hear oinking, that's her. Although I am getting kind of peckish, though.
Touche.
But she is definitely like, if I'm having a really awful medical episode kind of day, like my symptoms are flaring up, it's like, oh my God, I'm dying. I can't get out of bed. She will settle. She will actually settle. And a lot of the time, she knows she's not allowed up on my bed.
Yeah.
But if I'm getting like a really bad POTS episode, like my flare-ups are really bad, she performs what's called DBT or DPT, deep pressure therapy.
Okay, like a massage dog.
Kind of. But she actually, as a service dog, needs to accomplish what's called civil disobedience or like planned disobedience. So even though she knows she is not allowed up on my bed, because that's mommy's bed, if she sees me and smells the chemical change and my heart rate's going up, she will disobey the command to stay off my bed, to jump up onto the bed, to lay across my legs, and try to keep the blood from draining to my feet or draining to my legs. So that way my heart doesn't have to work as hard when, and that's what causes like my heart rate to go kick into overdrive because, all the blood is rushing to my feet.
That also makes sense then for the whole transition between sitting to standing causing the symptoms in the first place.
Yes.
I get you now.
Yeah, I didn't want to go into like too much detail because it's a whole medical shenanigans,
No, that's all good. It was that one technical aspect that it just didn't click to me until just now. So that makes a lot more sense. I appreciate clarifying.
Yep. That's actually part of our autonomic nervous system. Our veins in our legs will automatically contract when we stand to keep blood flow up towards our heart and our brains. But if you have trouble with your autonomic nervous system, they just decide that they don't want to work and they don't want to constrict those
Right.
veins. So the blood will just go whoop, all down to my feet.
And so the dog basically just does the work of the legs for you.
Yes.
In a way.
She will alert me. She'll say, Mommy, sit your ass down. You're about to pass out. Your heart rate is too high. And then she will, assume the position. She will lay over my thighs, and her pressure will keep the blood from draining into my toes. Yeah.
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind laying over the sides myself as well. Can I trade places with her for a day?
I mean, I got thighs for days, so they're very comfy.
I see that.
Oh yeah, but it does help. It helps quite a bit. She helps mitigate a lot of my. I don't want to call it a disability, but some days it really seems like it is.
It's something that impacts her everyday activities.
Yes.
So
yes.
Whatever the proper term is for that, then without it being like super debilitating, it's somewhere in the middle ground. I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I get what you mean though.
Because it can be like some days it is debilitating. It does make me like basically just not leave my bed some mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of thank goodness I have a 9-to-5 job that understands my condition. And they're like, no problem, Kitty. Like if you need to, please don't get behind the wheel of a car and drive into work if you're having one of those flare-ups, because we don't want you to pass out and crash. And thank goodness,
absolutely.
right?
Having an understanding workplace for any condition that anyone has is definitely definitely one of the best things anyone can really ask for, or more or less hope for.
Well, and especially in America too, they were also, very, they were a little nervous at first when I told them I had a service animal. They were like, how big is your dog? And I'm like, she comes up to my waist, she's pretty big. She has to be, because another one of her tasks is counterbalance.
Exactly. She's literally a doggy weight.
Yes. And a lot of the time, if I'm like really dizzy, she helps me stay on my feet by counterbalancing me. So I'm like, I kind of need a big dog to do that. I'm not like a child size human. I am adult human.
Yeah.
Oh God, but let me tell you, Nanko, it is the best thing when I'm going up a flight of steps. She does forward motion or forward pull. And she will basically drag my ass up the stairs.
She's a motivator, physically.
Yes. And mentally. She gets me up in the morning. That's for sure.
Hell yeah. I love that.
I'm sorry, I'm yapping more about my dog than me, but she's just such a big part of my life.
And I appreciate that. And I appreciate it. I appreciate that you have that opportunity for you and that she is able to contribute in the way she does. And also, please don't apologize for that. The whole point of us being here, at least for the whole point of this stream and this conversation, is you, homie. So, like, it's like I said, my questions are only a guideline. However wherever the conversation goes is I am perfectly happy with, as long as we're talking. So,
I know. I'm just a bit of a yapper, though. So definitely keep me back on track.
All the more reason why we're siblings. Me stay on track? When the fuck does that ever happen? Let's talk to Steve popping in. Happy Friday to you. Opening well.
True.
We're sisters in a lot more ways than one, homie.
True. So, we are the professional yappers.
Exactly.
If only we could
all
do
the more
this
reason
for
why I'm
a
happy to have you here. Right? If only we could both become like full. I'd be down.
Right?
We're just going to both mutual full-time streamers. Hell yeah.
How much you paying? Because I'll definitely sign up.
I can't pay anything right now. I was like, I mean, hey, perfect opportunity for a partnership. Eventually, at least.
Yeah, definitely. You become like this big famous VTuber and get into an agency. It'd be like, hey, this other chick over here, she loves to yap. That is literally
Trust me,
her
you got
talent.
better chances of getting in there before I do. Honestly,
which is sad. That is sad because you put in 100 billion times more work than me. Is it just because I present as female, I sound female, I'm girly female? You know, like men, there needs to be more men VTubers that have female avatars, okay? There needs to be more of that. More cuteness. Actually, just men in general VTubing. I want men.
I want men.
I want men.
Clip that out of context, chat.
Yes. But
No,
I just feel
well, I
like
appreciate the
girls
thought.
have it a lot easier time on Twitch, you know?
It does depend. I mean, we can't deny that the user base is the viewer base on VTubing is like 90% male anyway, but like that it can't be helped based on what the medium is. So I mean, there's not really.
Right.
We can't blame the demographic for the fact for just existing the way they do. I mean, it is
No,
what it
not
is.
at all.
Kind of
Not at all.
acceptable.
My personal taste, I mean, although when I look at my
Also, that point,
feed,
Nicora, if I was able to stream full time, then it wouldn't. Right now, I'm only able to stream certain days, certain times because I have to maintain a full time job. If I didn't have to maintain a full time job, I could literally stream whenever the fuck I wanted.
same.
The problem is, in order to become a full time streamer, you need to already be able to afford to be a full time streamer. That's where the hardest
Right.
part is.
Right. Being able to live, to survive off of like streaming, that's a true
It's not
blessing.
cheap.
Like, let me tell you.
Exactly. It is a privilege.
Yeah. It is a privilege. And the thing is, it's not easy. It isn't
No.
easy. You think like, oh, teehee, I'm going to go on the stream and I'm going to play video games and I'm going to yap. Okay, but you actually have to put in effort. And that's why I'm
Exactly.
saying you put in 1,000 times more effort than what I put into my
Aw.
stream. And I feel like you deserve so much more recognition as a VTuber and a streamer and an entertainer. So
Well,
that's my 2 cents on that.
well, I do definitely appreciate the thoughts, sis. But not
No
to say
problem.
that you don't put in your own effort as well. Because I mean, hey, you wouldn't be here if you weren't already willing to commit to that in the first place.
True,
So, like-
but I mean, like behind the scenes work. Like you put so much effort into behind the scenes to make things run perfectly and to make things sound good, more than good. You know, you interact with your chat, you grow a community. You know, like that takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. And
Well, there's also just
it's
kind of have a bit more of a background in that as well, just with the events they do on the side as well. So, but you also is like,
true.
we can't really fault people for not doing something if they don't have experience in the field in the first place.
But there's
So,
no excuse. You can literally go on
That is
YouTube. I
true.
could literally look up anything for free on the internet. There is no excuse for me. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
technically savvy. Everything blows up at least once a week on me. But there is
Ayo.
no excuse for me. Yeah, right. For me not to be able to learn and to put in the effort the same effort that you put in. So, oh, I know, puppy.
I mean, well, first off as well, I mean, like with everything that you got going on yourself, there's just the fact that you're getting back into streaming in the first place. Like you already, you know, you can't say that in and of itself isn't already effort that you're putting in anyway. So like just the fact that you're, you know, pushing through that, you're at least maintaining a presence is already like a step more than could be said for a lot of other people.
True. I don't want to put myself down too
I
much,
know.
you know, but
No.
it is very hard because it is such a saturated market to not
Yeah.
compare yourself to the bigger, the more well-known VTubers, you know? So,
Mhm.
but in the same way, like, I think it's more of like constructive criticism on my end. I'm just
Oh,
like, yes, I could probably do it if I really put my mind to it, if I really, put my nose to the grindstone. But it's just all a matter of like, how many spoons do I want to use in a day? I'm sure.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know if you've heard that. Yeah.
No, I know the term.
You know, some days are like, I have 1.5 spoon and it's not even a metal spoon. It is a plastic spoon and it's holding on for dear life, you know? Other times I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, I have 2 spoons. Okay, let's put
You got
one
a big
aside
spoon and
for
a little spoon?
streaming. Yeah, big spoon and a little spoon.
Which one should it be?
It depends on the day. But
I see.
you know,
I'm okay with
you know,
this.
good little switcheroony, like wink, wink.
Exactly.
Oh, but I didn't know we were talking about those kind of preferences. Oh my, like PG 813, like 18 plus stream.
We go wherever the conversation takes us. In whichever direction the conversation is. I am more than one to go in multiple directions, chat. You know me.
Yep. And I do have to say, I think we can agree that we're both 18 plus streamers. So
100%.
Yep.
Goes without saying at this point. I know I don't explicitly tag it, but it goes without saying at this point, honestly.
What do you mean we shouldn't compare ourselves to more successful people? Well, you see, like I said, some people definitely have more spoons in the day that they can afford to put towards their hobbies. For instance, streaming for me is definitely a hobby.
When my grandmother sells her spoon collection.
Can I buy some spoons? I need more spoons in my
to buy a vowel.
I would like to buy a vowel. Sweet Home Alabama. What the
I was
hell?
going to say, speak of the devil, remember the conversation we had about an hour and a half ago? Grabbing the bull by certain something. Hey, yo.
Yes, our previous conversation with Master Axel Fury. That's right.
Exactly. Side point, Lixon, thank you so much for gifting a sub to my lovely sister Zikatika the Gaming. Thank you for introducing her to the Nyanpan Nation.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, I have this emote now. I'm going to use it in every single
You have
chat.
the power!
I have the power!
The fucking Riku face. I'm surprised Twitch hasn't bonked me for that yet.
Don't say it. Now that you said it,
This
you
is
put
true.
it out
Now
in
that
the
I said it's going to
universe.
happen.
I'll
I'll have to get like a reanimated version of it or whatever. Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Well, Allie, I'm
And we're
glad we
only
can inspire you as well.
We're only sisters by association and VTuber Mama. Technically, like physicality. I'm an orange cat. She's a white cat.
Exactly. We're not afraid for one of us to get stuck in the dishwasher, so to speak, or the washing machine.
Yanko, Panko, Tanko. I'm stuck in the dryer. Help me. Kitty, why is your face hanging out of the dryer and your ass is in the dryer?
I don't think it did this correctly, sis.
I was just drying my pants.
Well, you were still wearing them?
Yes. It was cold. I needed to warm up.
Honestly,
this is a
though,
PSA. Please do not hide in the dryer.
Right. Honestly, though, considering you're the orange cat, I would not be surprised to see that happen.
What do you mean by that, Nyanko? What do you
mean by you
implying?
people? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at
but
all.
There's a reason why orange cats have a way of doing things,
The orange cat process.
Yes, the orange cat process. Help, step cat, I'm stuck.
Oh God.
Step cat.
Let's get to another question.
Right.
So has your VTubing experience gone in the direction you had, speaking of going in different directions, has your VTubing experience gone in the direction you had thought it'd been when you first got into it, or how has it been different?
No, actually, pretty much right on track. I wasn't expecting to.
Really?
Yeah, I was not expecting to be like, wow, I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be a rock star. Like, I kind of felt like it was just gonna be a group of like-minded people that I would just create like a chill, kind of a close-knit community. We all kind of know each other, like not intimately, obviously, but like more like, oh, you come to my chat, you always like tell me about your day, we just chill, This is exactly what I wanted out of VTubing and streaming in general. Yeah. So, but I thought to myself, if I get somewhere, I get somewhere. But you know what? That wasn't the reason why I wanted to stream in the first place. So yes, I would have to say right on track.
That's awesome. I mean, to an extent, I had kind of a similar journey, and sometimes like exactly. My journey's kind of been similar. I mean, I definitely had misconceptions on appeal, like when I first got into it myself as well. But yeah, I found that like the social aspect, it's really the social aspect that's what keeps me into it in the first place. Is like, I basically have no restrictions on how I can on like how I can present myself, and then like I get to hang out with people while I do so, like your lovely self as well. So that just works out perfectly. But like, yeah, I get it's actually like that's a much more realistic approach. Like, because that's also why I find a lot of people tend to get burnout, or they tend to, lose the interest in streaming in general. They had a different idea of where they expected it to end up going into it at a certain time, and then when they don't meet those expectations of themselves, then they're like, well, that's when they go on hiatus or decide it isn't for them. But like for you to just take a more realistic approach to it, we're just like, I'm just presenting myself and want to have an opportunity to get to like, to kind of just build a group, just build a circle of more people to get to know. Honestly, it's like, how can you really, you can't really fuck that up, to be honest. I mean,
true. And I do want to say, like, I don't want to put anybody down from trying to shoot for the stars, because hey, if that's your goal and you want to put in that effort, that grade A plus effort, and like you're putting in the hours, you're being regular with streaming, like, then I have nothing against that either. Like, I hope that person like basically gets what they put out, and I truly believe that. But for me, yeah, I'm like, I'm just here for like the social aspect of it. I just want to meet some cool people around the world, and some like-minded folks, and just have fun. Yeah, I'm not that good with playing games, although I'm good at certain games.
Yeah,
not all games. But that's half the fun. Being really shit at games on stream, and then having your chat just rake you over the coals and be like, "Kitty, you suck." Okay.
Right.
I love that.
Because like, and that's the thing too. Is like I like, sure, you can be well known in the streaming space for being like super good at like a particular game. But at that point, with that though, people are going to be watching it. People are going to be watching you more for the content of the game itself,
right,
being played than like your actual personality. Whereas someone who has an interesting personality can play a game absolutely terribly, but present it in a way that is still entertaining.
Right.
And
the
so it's like
entertaining
there's a bit
aspect.
Exactly. You don't have to be good at playing the game in the first place. You just got to be good at least keeping people's attention while you're playing it. Besides when I'm meeting tons of cool people, I definitely am thankful to be able to have the opportunity to meet this cool lady right across from me here. In the first place.
You were the one who reached out to Rin first. It was all on you. All because you decided you wanted to get an amazing model by Rin is how we met. So I do believe in fate.
That is true. I was gonna say, whose lovely model was it that I discovered in the first place that got me hooked on Rin's design style?
Okay, you got me there. But
I mean, technically, we can both thank Crixvex for that one.
True, Papa Crix.
Because the whole way I discovered you in the first place was that I was in that Live 2D Discord server and found the promotion section, and Crixvex dumped your model promo, your model demo in there, and that's how I found Rin's art style actually. Which, funny enough, like everything kind of goes back to Scotchy in the first place, whether he wants to admit it or not. The fact that he introduced me to that server in the first place, and then just lo and behold, like Crixvex dropped that, and what I wanted initially was I kind of wanted an art style similar to Chocola of Nekopada, and like the expressiveness of Rin's art style was like literally pretty much on point for what I was looking for in the first place. So that just kind of nailed it right there. So it is funny that. Exactly, just a funny series of events that lead us to where we are today. And hey, I couldn't be happier. I fucking love you, sis.
Same. I mean, even though it's been quite the journey, it's literally been a worthy one. It was worth
absolutely
ups and downs, the pain points. It was definitely 100% worth it.
I'll give you plenty ups and downs that are hopefully worth it. Heyo.
Nyanko Panko Tanko. I'm gonna get a bonk stick out. I really do. I even have one in VTube Studio. I will bonk you on the head.
I'm sure you could add that in at some point. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say as well. Literally, the real journey was literally the friends we made along the way, right?
You know what? As corny as that fucking sounds, yes,
It does hold true.
100%. It holds 100% true that it is the people that you meet along the way. But not every person is gonna like you. That's what That's what my
Exactly.
grandpappy told me. He said, "Kitty,"
Yep.
he told me, "Baby kitty, not everyone's gonna like you, but the people that do like you are the ones that are gonna stay around for the ride."
Exactly.
Mhm,
You can stay around for my ride as long as you like. That being said,
Nyako, stay on track.
I'll stand a lot more than just that. Ayo.
Chad, please. Somebody put this man in a timeout corner.
I was gonna say, what is it? Yeah, about the whole you can't what is it? You can't depress everybody. There's a saying where it's something along those lines, and it's the same vein. Yeah, speaking of veins again.
Veiny.
But
Yummy.
there we go. Let's give you the bunk for that one. But,
Right? Hey, you know what? It's a long time coming.
That's not the only thing. Long time coming, Ao.
Oh my God. I keep, you know what though? The funny thing is I'm not even purposely doing this anymore. I'm just being me. And you are turning everything I say into an innuendo.
Well, hey, speaking of me being me, that's literally just what I do on a regular basis anyway.
True. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, well, neither would I. You can have me any way you like those, Ao.
Any way you want it. That's the way you need it.
Anyway,
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
Hell
The
yeah.
song just jumps into my head.
love that. I was gonna say that's not all gonna jump in my head. Nah, that's not gonna continue on that one. Anyway, that being said, then has your VTubing experience had any? You got me all tongue tied now, sis. After all that, exactly. Has your VTubing experience had any influence in your everyday life, and if so, how?
No.
That's fair.
Okay. Let me reiterate my answer.
Doesn't have to. Yeah.
The streaming itself changed
Yeah.
me? No. But the people that I've met in the streaming community have.
There you go.
So I
That's
don't
valid.
feel so alone anymore because I have so many people that I can reach out to if, I'm feeling down in the dumps or like I'm feeling stressed or worried about something, like I have those avenues that I could reach out to these people. And like, I always feel bad doing it. I don't want to be like, hi there, Kitty's having a bad day. Dump the trauma, dump it
That's
on their
fair.
lap. But there are those
Yeah.
people that are like, Kitty, something's clearly bothering you. Like, let's come down and like, let's have a chat. Let's have some coffee. Let's go and take a chill pill together.
Yeah.
It's helped me out tremendously with my mental health. So yes, it did affect me in one way, but streaming itself did not.
No, that's absolutely valid. Because I kind of in a similar boat in my side as well. Like, because I'm just an extrovert by nature, but as well, like the friend circles that I have, like the main avenues that we have to interact with each other, like it's more like event focused kind of things. So a lot of the immediate friend circle that I have is a lot more like, sure, they're local, but they're all a lot more like online based. Whereas like, I didn't really have an immediate I didn't really have, not necessarily that I had like I didn't really have any like besides my wife and my best friend. I didn't really have. Well, I don't see my best friend on a regular basis. I see my wife daily, literally. But like besides that, though, I didn't have any real other. Yeah, that makes two of us. But I didn't really have any like everyday opportunity for like social interaction at the level that I wanted, so to speak. Because like I can't really do that. I couldn't really do that at work because like. not everyone. You're not going to connect with everyone that you work with.
Right, and sometimes you shouldn't.
Exactly. I got burned a couple times myself in the past for that. Let my true self come out a little bit too much. I'm not gonna lie. And so that's whereas so I kind of didn't really have a proper. I didn't really have a an everyday outlet to be able to just express myself to people who were who were interested in engaging in the first place. But
right.
So it's that's kind of where I had a little bit of a struggle because I was I kept having to be all reserved and whatnot in every day when I was out with people that I basically had to get paid to see. But
right.
and then when I got into VTubing, it's well, I can literally engage with anybody. I can literally engage with anybody I want to, however I want to, from the comfort of my own home, and not be limited to just chatting with people via text or whatnot. I can actually just put myself out there and just be myself and actually get to. I've met a lot of people and actually got to build quite a decent sized community of people that I've just been interacting with on a regular basis through VTubing. It's given me the opportunity to build an entirely, I don't want to say new friend circle, to complement the friend circles that I've already had, but in a more dynamic way, in a broader way, I guess. And it's and so it's sure, I still have the people that I still have, the IRL people that the actual friends that I interact with every now and every now on a regular enough basis as well that I'm not isolated. But at the same time, it's right. I have this whole new opportunity in front of me to kind of expand my social opportunities while
absolutely
getting to entertain people. And it's I couldn't really ask for more than that.
The friends that you go out and touch grass with, and then there's the friends that you play games with.
Exactly. Literally. And so it's you got if I want to interact, I literally have people that I can just interact. I don't have to go far if I just want to engage with a bunch of people at once, no matter where or when. And I don't have to rely on I no longer have to try and rely on finding that in places that it may not necessarily be appropriate, like a workplace.
Right. Right. Yeah. Fuck the workplace.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that my current job now that I don't have to. I work at a different site overnight now, so I literally only have to see the person that I'm relieving. The person who relieves me. I don't have to see anybody else, and I have enough time to interact with people, elsewhere. All I want throughout that. So that kind of works for me.
Hey, yeah, that would work for me.
Exactly. Not about me though. Let's get back over to you. So that being said, in terms of VTubing experiences as well, what was your most memorable moment throughout your time as a VTuber so far?
My most memorable moment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my long-term memory is so shit, right?
That makes two of us. Don't you worry. Then again, for me, it's more my short term. I can barely remember what I did the day before.
I should just reiterate and say, my memory in general, short or long term, is kind of fucked. I guess when I first got to 2 viewers that were actively watching me and chatting in chat, I think that was where the monkey brain went ding 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 ding. There are people that actually don't mind you yapping and your horrible gameplay, and they actually want to know you or get to know you and have fun together. I think that was my most memorable moment. I guess other than my debut.
Where you discovered they have potential in this space.
Yeah, it felt really fucking cool to be wow, these 2 human beings like me enough to hang around, to spend out of their time. They're taking time out of their life to sit and chat with an orange cat VTuber lady.
I love that. That is incredibly wholesome.
That was it. Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, it's the defining moment when you realize that, it not necessarily, because I say this carefully. I don't mean potential is in the, becoming the big famous VTuber that everyone aspires to be, but when you at least know that you have enough presence in the space for people to be interested in the first place.
Exactly. And just having 2 people in chat that are actively talking really boosts the confidence. It really keeps me going because for a while I was just chatting to the air, the void, the universe, and even though I can do it, I can physically do that. It just helps a lot more when you have somebody in chat that you can talk to, like bounce off of,
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're happy to bounce off me how you like as long as you want.
There he goes again.
But I get what you mean though. At least in my stuff though, because I'm a little bit different in terms of that, just because the nature of that beat me to it. I can beat you a lot. I can beat you to a lot more than his daddy. But what was it? The approach that I take is a little bit different because at least on my side, because of the nature of the way that I present, I'm known for doing a more like radio style presentation myself. And the nature of radio is you usually don't get people talking back to you. Well, they have no way of talking back to you on the radio. And so like, I do get, I get more, the majority of my viewer base is primarily lurkers. Whereas I don't usually have that active of a chat, which I honestly don't mind. Because like you already pay the gesture for free. you already pay me like you already do a lot for me as it is, Rick. So I don't expect it to go that far as well. But I was gonna say for the way that I present as well, it's like I don't as much as like I can hold my own just fine in terms of conversation, whether I have somebody to bounce off of or not. But I don't really mind. I don't mind having an inactive chat. As long as I know people are there. Exactly. So it's like I'm just kind of used to that anyway. I am more than happy for somebody to tune in and throw me on the background while they do other things. And like just the fact that they are thinking of me enough in the first place that they're willing to choose me over whatever else their local station may be playing. I am grateful and I'm honored. Because I know I remember as well. Like shortly after I debuted myself, like you came into one of my speaking of those oddly specific memories that we had before. Like I remember you came into one of my first regular post debut streams where I was playing Teardown, and you mentioned that you also had me like tuning in while you at work, and like that was when I saw like you had me on the background. Like that was one of the defining moments. Like I got to say that was definitely one of the defining moments where where it kind of clicked to me of like what approach I wanted to take to my presentation and like how I wanted to tailor it to the type of viewers that I had. And like honestly that kind of helped like kick off the whole radio style the whole pivot to radio style presentation in the first place. So for that I definitely have to thank you with as well.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like I love the fact that people take their time out of their day, their precious moments in their life to just hang with us. For you, it would be listening to that amazing radio voice. For me, I still question why people still come around. But maybe
because
they just
you're
like
fun
to
and
hear
adorable
me
and you're entertaining to talk to and listen to.
Oh, pish posh. You can find me a dime a dozen on the internet, please. But a radio host, cat, VTuber, now that's hard to come by. I don't think I've ever met another cat VTuber that has a radio presence. So that is unique. That is a good niche to have.
I'm glad it can be a part of it that has one of that. I don't think I've really found anybody else that kind of has. I mean, I know there's been like there's other streamers that have radio style voices, but I don't think there's another VTuber that I can think of. Well, one comes to mind, but he's a little problematic, so I don't really want to point out him. But
the tea's hot with that one.
But they're also not a Bobby Niku, so it's not. I'm still out of that category. Side point. Rickson. Apparently Rickson. So Rickson says, "The question for Kitty: Why do you rock a sub? Apparently, you have your chat set to subscriptions only."
Oh, okay. So if I'm not live,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I locked down the chat because a while back we had a lot of issues with people coming into the chat and saying some very unsavory things. And that was around the same time Twitch was like, hey guys, you're responsible for your own chat, whether you're online or offline. So after I'm not streaming anymore,
damn it, Twitch.
I will lock the fuck down my chat so nobody can say anything. Unless you're like a mod.
Yeah, that is why the fuck. It's like
I know.
Twitch,
like you're responsible
of all the things
for
they
your
could be fucking up
offline
for.
chat. Yeah, like I'm not even online. What the fuck?
Yeah, how are people supposed to monitor that like on their own basis? Like
exactly.
If you're not live, you're not there. What? Why does the chat even need to be active when you're not streaming in the first place? That's the thing.
So trust me when I say when I stream, I do not have any of that on. I do not have a sub only. I do not have follow only. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry, as long as they're 18 plus, can come into my stream.
There you go. Rickson says, let me just sub real quick and drop an F-bomb, BRB.
Oh, I don't mind an F-bomb.
Yeah, there you go.
I say fuck all the time.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So do I. I think it's definitely the context. Like expletives aren't the problem. It's the people saying other. You can say a lot more offensive things without saying a single expletive. Basically,
right? Exactly, and that was the type of shit that was getting thrown around. So protect yourself, guys. If you stream, protect yourself.
Exactly. Always make sure to wear protection when you put yourself out in the open like that.
Yes, please. It's very important. Double up on protection.
Exactly. Gonna need 2 layers for that one.
2 layers, yeah.
Exactly. When it gets extra, it's cost Daredevil to be an asshole, but it costs Daredevil to be exactly.
Exactly.
100%.
Precisely.
So I got to allegedly.
Allegedly.
I got to So, what is the greatest challenge that you've had to overcome in order to grow as a VTuber?
My voice. My voice,
really?
100%.
Your voice?
Hate it. Yes,
Sister?
I know. People are like, what the fuck? Like you have such a nice voice to listen to.
You do, though.
No, I literally like it's the same thing with like I know a lot of people minus Nyanko because I know you don't mind the sound of your voice. I think I've
had to also tailor
earlier.
my equipment very heavily for me to actually be able to like in the first place.
Yeah, I just could not stand the sound. I would listen back to my VOD and I could hear every lisp, every inflectuation, every like breath in.
Well, if you want to hear lisp, just listen to me.
I love lisps on VTubers though. On me though? No, it's not cute. Kitty with the lisp, take it out.
Kat, your voice is fucking adorable, girl.
I mean, I think it's
I will
more
hold
the
you to
fact
that, and I will hold you to a lot of things if you ask me nicely.
Well, you're too sweet. You are very, very sweet.
You deserve it.
No, I could not stand the sound of my own voice. So that would definitely be the correct answer for that question.
Do you still though?
Yes, I absolutely hate
really.
It. Oh God, when I have to watch back a VOD to see if like the volume sounds good, make sure all my volume is like correct, or if I'm like looking for clips, I'm like, mute it. God, I'm talking so much.
A question I have for you on that point though, do you have your mic set up so that you can hear your voice through your headphones as you talk?
No.
Okay. I can't remember. Are you plugged into your actual mic for your headphones, or are you using like a USB headset?
USB headset for my headphones.
Okay. I definitely recommend switching it up to having a headphones connected to your actual mic jack so that you can hear yourself through your microphone. And there's an important reason for that.
Why would I want that?
I'll tell you exactly why.
Okay, tell me how.
The big thing now, I've told you, I've told everybody else multiple times by now. But it took me a lot to get a hardware setup together and to find the right microphone where I actually liked hearing the sound of my own voice through it, and also to be able to make it a selling point. The big thing is that, for one, when I had equipment that wasn't really working out for me, that did not tailor to my voice sound, Especially the fact that I could not actually no, I still had equipment where I worked at a call center and I had to hear myself, but it was on shitty equipment. Once I finally figured it out, like how my voice sounded like, or once I figured out an equipment setup where I could hear the sound of my voice in real time and actually liked how I sounded, it's at a point now where how I sound in my headphones when I talk is exactly how I sound in my VODs, like straight 1-to-1, like, because some people have it set up where, they sound like one thing when they listen in their headphones through their own microphone, but it sounds completely different when they're listening to their VODs because, they don't have real-time feedback on their settings in OBS listening through that. It's just the isolated microphone in and of itself. But my point to that, though, is that the more you actively are able to hear yourself in your own headphones as you talk, the more you're able to adjust it to be able to be something that's palatable for yourself in the first place, which then translates you to therefore being able to, even at least tolerate it on your VOD side. Basically, the point I want to getting at is the closer you can make your stream output sound to how you sound in your own headphones as you're talking to your microphone, the easier it'll be for you to be able to actually like yourself, or at least be satisfied with how you sound in your own streams. Because a lot of people, when they don't know how they sound until after they see the VODs, that's when they get the shock of like, oh my god, I actually sound like that. But no, basically just tailor your setup in a way that you can hear yourself on the output on the mix down initially, and then just adjust your VODs until you get kind of a 1-to-1 comparison. But make sure that
though? Like hearing yourself in your own ears, because not if there's no latency. You're talking to one brain cell. You're talking about a person that has one brain cell. If I hear myself like in my ears while I'm streaming, every time I talk, I'm going to be like,
That only happens if you have a system where you have latency between your headphones and your microphone. Because when you just talk to somebody normally, you're hearing yourself in your head anyway. So like when you're hearing yourself in your headphones with at the same time that you're talking, it's as if you're hearing yourself in your head just through your headphones. And so as well, on top of that, when you have it set up properly so that you can hear yourself in your headphones through your mic, you can also tell when you're properly on your microphone, as opposed to when you get further away, when you get off axis kind of thing. So because when you can't hear that, you don't know when you're properly on mic. So then you could be, if I wasn't listening to myself through my head, I could be so far away from my mic right now.
He's gone.
And not be able to tell, right? That's what I mean. I could be, if I can't hear myself through my through my headphones, I could be so far away from my microphone and not know. So I'd have no idea what the hell I sound like until after I hear the VOD and realize, oh, I was a meter away from my microphone and nobody could hear me the whole time. Whereas you hear yourself in your own headphones as it's happening, then if you can hear yourself, everyone else can too. And the more you set up on the mic side for the quality going in, the better you'll sound going out. And I know I'm just rambling at this point, but it's first step to improving.
What is it called? Thorough? Passionate. Thank you. Very passionate.
This is true. I do believe that audio quality is the most important asset that any streamer should have in their setup. Not even just the webcam and the presentation,
more energy.
But exactly. Well, the main way that you're going to be interacting with your viewers, regardless of what you look like and how you present yourself, is through your audio. You're not going to be, it's not often going to be chatting with your viewers through just text chat or even just text to speech. I mean, to an extent, Zentrea is an exception. She uses text to speech as a primary.
I was going to say, she is a bit of an exception.
Yeah. But for the most part, it's usually going to be, you and your microphone and whatever the hell you use to present yourself. So that is the most important thing. you can do, especially when people are going to have you tabbed, because when they have it tabbed, they're not going to be watching anyway. They're still going to be listening to you.
Right.
Yeah, it's the thing. But yeah, the case in point is, switch your setup up so that you can hear yourself when you talk, and then that way you're not going to get shocked when you hear yourself in post. And if you don't like how you sound, you can always adjust yourself to make it better, like as it's happening, as opposed to trying to figure it out afterwards. It may require switching to a different type of hardware, because like I said, my setup, the quality of how I hear myself now is fully analog before it even goes into the computer. So that does help, but it's like,
Oh yeah, I'm not on any setup anymore. I have to do my research.
Like, you sound, well, for one, like, because another reason why, like, the thing about, you may, like, everyone else thinks you sound great, and I agree that you sound great, but you don't think you do because you can't hear yourself as you're actually saying it, as you're saying things.
Possibly. It could very well be.
So, like, because you don't have that immediate reference, you can't tell. And so, like,
how would I even know if I don't try it,
Exactly. So, yeah, as long as the best advice I can give to anybody that, doesn't like the sound of their own voice on stream is, well, for one, find the type of hardware that complements your voice, and two, have the opportunity to listen to yourself. Have the opportunity to be able to listen to yourself in the first place, and then you'll get used to a lot more.
I never want to listen to myself. Never.
I would never want to stop listening to you, sis. So,
Aww.
because like your voice, your personality, your engagement is honestly like one of the reasons why I enjoy hanging out with you so much.
Oh, and like I could get along with just about anybody.
That's one of the things that makes it so amazing.
I feel like you understand this too. You're also
Speaking
like a social chameleon.
Oh. We got lovely Saint Cisco popping in here. How's it going, homie? Happy Friday to you. Glad to see you.
Saint? Yeah, they were so cool. Really cute avatar too.
They do, yeah. Because you were here. You were with us when we did that. The content warning collab. They actually have a whole different model since then too.
Really? Oh
it's
man,
a fancy blue one.
I'll have to go check them out.
Everybody should, honestly. Hey, funny they should pop in. So good to see you. Yeah, sorry, social comedian. Social comedian, yes, that too. I'd like to think so anyway.
Yes, you are a social chameleon.
Am I a karma chameleon as well?
Yeah,
karma chameleon.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I come and go.
You come and go. But isn't that like such a great asset? You're you even said yourself, you're very extroverted in real life and on stream. So that helps out quite a bit, but it's the social chameleon aspect of the gig that I truly like. I like getting to know people, and like if they're sorry, that's my dog. She's squeaking her toy. She's oinking her piggy. Excuse me. No, that's
really
a dog.
On stream?
You don't make it. Don't you make it sexual at the window with my dog. She is innocent.
No,
she's pure.
I draw the line at non-human individuals.
Yes, same. Let me think. Oh, Ultra's here. Oh, Ultra's from my stream too.
Nice, Ultra Necro. Thanks for popping in. Unfortunately, they're in ad jail, but we'll see them in a few minutes.
Ad jail. No.
At least you only have to deal with 3 minutes every hour. The worst thing is when somebody has pre-roll still enabled. I do not want to have to sit 30 seconds to get to know somebody for the first time.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think I have any ads enabled in my stream, just because like I don't.
There would be ads happening if you didn't have them enabled on yourself. They'd be happening automatically.
Yeah, so I think
make sure to check your roll schedule.
Yeah, I have it turned off because I was like, no, I'm not gonna give ads to my folks. But then I found out Twitch does it anyways.
Yeah. If you don't have it scheduled if you don't do the 3 minutes every hour, it'll happen every time somebody tunes in for the first time anyway.
Right, but do you actually get paid from that, or do you have to turn on the ads in order to get paid?
I mean, the only way you're not going to have ads on your thing is if you're not affiliate in the first place.
Right.
But you're going to get paid.
The automatic ones that Twitch gives
yeah,
you.
They wouldn't roll ads that you wouldn't get paid for. You would
Right.
have to get paid for that. Yeah. So it's all part of the
I'm learning
system.
new things. Yeah,
Well, that can
because
help you too.
I turned it off because at first I thought that it was like saving the viewers from any ads, and then I found out that they just roll ads, period. Anyways, because Twitch got to make their money somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, and the ads don't pay the streamer shit. I know, like, do you like that 5 cents? Yummy. That's going straight into my gas tank.
Exactly. It'll buy me exactly. I was gonna say it'll buy me exactly 1 candy from the gas station, but not even that anymore. I think the minimum now for those 10 cents instead of 5.
Not even that anymore.
Now it'll buy you like half a candy.
Yeah, half a candy.
Oof.
Maybe
if we're lucky.
2/4 of a candy.
Exactly. It'll buy. I was gonna say, is it even worth the nickel that is printed on at that point? Is a good question.
I know. Isn't that the funniest shit ever? Like, I don't want to get into it, but like the fact that the U.S. stopped printing pennies because they were losing more money on pennies producing.
Oh, Canada did that like a decade ago too.
Oh my god!
We don't have pennies in Canada anymore either.
How long is the U.S. like gonna? Anyways,
that's fair.
I'm gonna talk about the U.S. right now.
Yeah, maybe when they get their healthcare up and running. But anyway,
right? Oh god.
Right. Ultra, welcome back. Yeah, sorry for the agile, but thanks for joining. Thanks for sticking around as well. Good to see you too. So then let's see. What is the greatest challenge that you are still? Yep.
I'm sorry. We might have to do maybe 2 more. My dog is literally being mother peas.
It's all good. We are coming up on the top of the hour as well. And we're over the 3-hour mark too. But
yes.
We'll do we can always do another catch up another time. But this also goes to show just how much fun you already yap with and just to sit down. Especially now that I had the proper opportunity to do so. It's been absolutely pleasure so far.
Absolutely.
And I was glad to be able to catch you on a day that you actually had off on the same day I've been running this. So that was perfect timing.
I know. Perfect timing.
Exactly. Now, so we'll wrap things up shortly, but I'll throw in a couple more at you.
Absolutely.
Is there anything throughout your VTubing experience that you wish you could have done differently?
Oh, God, all these hard-hitting questions. Oh, Lord.
I'd love to hit you long and hard, sis.
I'm just a one-brain-celled cat.
Which we're sharing anyway.
I honestly feel like putting my foot down sooner when it comes to not having people cross the line. I'm not going to name names, but there have been a few instances where somebody's come into the chat and I'm really trying to make everyone feel like they're welcome, but the minute that they cross a line and I'm starting to feel uncomfortable, I really should have put my foot down sooner. Nowadays,
Absolutely.
I have no problem being like, hey, chill that shit out. Like, get either that get out of my chat, like, beat it, kid,
Yeah. And I have no qualms literally just telling somebody to fuck off. Like, they all said that earlier.
Right.
And thanks, Nicole, again, for your service.
But yeah, for me, it was really difficult to stick up for myself and be like, hey, that's not cool. That made me feel uncomfortable. Like, but it was something I had to learn, through experience. Like, so I would like, if there is something I could have changed, it would be to get bigger balls sooner.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yes.
I couldn't think of a euphemism to spin that off of, but I absolutely get you. That is something that people will learn that the hard way one way or another.
Absolutely.
And I'm not trying to spin that, don't worry. But let's see. Do you have any advice you'd like to give to somebody who is looking to getting into VTubing or even streaming in general for the first time?
Yeah, fuck it, just do it. Like, I know that everyone says the same thing. Yeah, everyone says the same thing. It's well known that if you just fucking do it, just hit the go live button, do your research if you want to. Like, go as far as you feel like you want to go. If you want to make this big and extravagant, then put in the time, put in the work. But if you're kind of just like me, take it at your own pace. But just sit down and do it. Just
Exactly. Do it. Just do it.
Just do it. No, seriously though. Like if you feel like, for instance, if you hate your voice, hey, I'm sitting here doing it still, Like
And her voice is fucking lovely. I will not stop saying that.
But personally, yeah, guys, just sit your ass down and do it. Just go live, hit that button and see what happens because you really don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
If you hit that live
The answer
button.
will shock you.
The answer will shock you. Wow. Yeah, that's my kitty. Oh, and wipe your ass and take showers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're going to sit down, make sure to wipe beforehand.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That is my kitty advice.
Hygiene is definitely important, regardless. I agree.
Yeah, don't be stinky gamer, okay?
Exactly. Be a stinky VTuber instead.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait.
Couple more Thursday. If you could say anything to any famous person, whether inside or outside the VTubing space, who would it be and what would you say to them? They could be alive or dead as well.
And does it have to be somebody famous?
Nope. It's gotta be anyone you like.
My grandma.
Anyone you like to send a message to.
I would like to send a message to my grandma, my grandma, my grandpappy. I would say, hey, grandma, I know you're dead, but guess what? Your
I know you're dead, but
like I would definitely tell them thank you for raising such a stand-up gal, as such as Kitty.
I would like to thank them as well for that, by the way, because
they would have loved you. They would have ate you up, Nyanko. They would have been like, so when are you marrying my granddaughter? And then you're going to be like, I'm already happily married, Miss Kitty Grandma.
But I appreciate the thought.
Yeah. But they were such a big part of my life growing up. And if I would have told them, yeah, I'm like a anime cat girl that streams online to a few select people, they'd be like, oh, Kitty, that's so good to hear. You slut. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh, bless your heart, baby girl.
You slut.
You slut. No. But yeah, that would be, I would definitely would like to reach out to my grandpappy and my grandma.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I gotta say that is honestly one of the most wholesome answers that anybody's ever given to that question on here on my show so far.
What other answers have you gotten?
I mean, considering that the premise was usually, like famous people alive or dead outside the VTuber space, nobody really took into consideration their own family. So, like, I kind of think that kind of speaks to your character, honestly.
No, really? Oh, just a hometown girl. Living in a lonely
world. Jinx. Exactly.
Yes.
Love that.
I love it.
There's a shared brain cell again, chat.
I know,
right? That being said, then how do you hope to be remembered throughout your time as a VTuber?
Do I want to be remembered?
Ideally. I was
as
gonna say
a
allegedly,
single one brain celled organism that just wants
an amoeba.
lovies. An amoeba with cat
Huggable
ears.
amoeba. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. No, that's adorable. You're adorable.
Yeah.
And I love you.
No. Oh, okay. You're so
I can just keep
sweet.
buttering you up the whole rest of the stream.
No, seriously, my
No
cheeks,
regrets.
and I'm not talking about booty cheeks, but like my face cheeks are so sore from smiling this whole time. And I'm used to smiling a lot, but like because you like are making me full on like toothy smile, like it's starting to hurt my cheeks.
No.
There goes my dog.
Not gonna lie, that makes two of us. This is all good. We'll wrap it really quickly. There's a couple more throwing at the end. What would your dream goal be or dream experience be as a VTuber if anything were possible? Sky's the limit.
Ooh. You know what? I would, if it would be possible, and I know that like they always say like never meet your Oshis, like never meet your
heroes.
Never meet your heroes. But Buff Pup, I've always loved her content. I would love to like sit down and like have a discussion. I would love to just talk the shit with Buff Pup. And like I
Buff
said,
Puff.
I know that I can, my dyslexia
I know.
hits so hard when I'm trying
It's
to
all
say
good.
her name. And I know that like not everybody's going to be the same as they are on live, but like I would
Yeah.
still love to just rack her brain, be like, hey, yeah, Buff
Rack her brain and
Pup.
rack her rack.
Yeah. Yeah, no, really. Like I would
I
be
just threw a
like,
shout at her.
hey. She's probably like, what the fuck? That's okay. Yeah, I think I would definitely want to sit down and talk with Buff Pup.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That sounds good. I will be honest. I'm not quite familiar with Buff Puff's content, as I'm also not quite familiar with a lot of the bigger VTubers content, just because I don't really have the. I don't know. I just don't really. I was gonna say I don't really have the time to watch a lot of them as well, but also I don't know. I just find I'm more, if I'm gonna watch somebody, it's gonna be somebody that like I can kind of connect with directly. But that's.
No, I totally understand that because, she is such a big name VTuber. And like, I don't know, to me, like the entertainment side, if she does put on an entertainment side, I'm not saying that, like how she streams isn't actually how she is in real life.
Yeah.
But I would just, I would love to sit down and have a chit chat and be like, you are the most craziest, like amazing streamer. And like, I hope to be as careless and wild and as free as you are. She's a wild and free kind of werewolf.
Love that. Well, given that you are going to AX and next weekend, I don't know what the guest lineup is. So I don't know if they I was gonna say if they're doing a meet and greet, might be a good opportunity to try and track one of those down. But I can't say for sure. I don't really know.
She will be there with the rest of the group. She's a part of not a corporate. They made their own, like kind of like your, like it's not like a corporate, but it's like a group that they made.
It's a group. Okay.
Yeah, called Vichipan. And I think they're
I've
actually
heard of
having.
them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
So
think
they will
they're
be there.
actually going-
Possibly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So I'm
Hell yeah.
definitely going
There's your opportunity.
to track them down, and hopefully I can get a keychain or two from them.
Absolutely. I would love to see you make the most of that experience. Honestly, you deserve it. 100%.
Oh God, I just hope that the weather isn't gonna roast me. I am so white. I am translucent. I'm gonna have to put on 6 layers of sunscreen just to survive the California heat. I am not looking forward to the heat.
Jesus, you're leaving a cat girl to come back a lobster.
Right? No, and then like when I burn, like TMI chat, but like when I burn, I peel. I don't tan.
That makes
Like,
2 of us.
I peel so bad.
Yeah,
It's the Irish
You
in
should-
me.
that's fair. I'm not too much different. I do both. I tan and peel depending on how much I get. But I feel
Yeah,
you
because
there.
you're Italian, so you should have like the ability to tan too, right?
Yeah,
You
a little
got
bit of column A, a little bit of
Italian
column B.
blood.
Exactly. this tan kitty.
Tan
hey,
kitty.
exactly. Lojang says, "Well, you started peeling." Exactly. Oh, she's definitely peeling more as one. But that being said, the last couple questions before we head off is aside from the VTubing stuff, yeah. So side point before we hit the last couple questions is I definitely appreciate that I appreciate the time that I got to have you sit down with me today and get to learn more about you and your VTubing experience.
Thank you for
and to
having
get
me.
to- Oh, thank you for my pleasure. It was a pleasure having the opportunity, and thank you for taking the time to sit down with me.
Absolutely.
Get to learn more about my lovely VTuber sister in depth, and I like get to know things in depth in more ways than one.
Yeah.
But that being said, then before we go, what are your upcoming weekend plans, if any, or is there anything in particular you're looking forward to this weekend?
Gang, I am packing this weekend because next week I am gone, baby, gone. Hopefully the
True.
plane doesn't crash and burn because this will be my last
hope so, too.
testimonial online. So
Jesus.
I know I'm very morbid.
Well, let's hope not.
I know I always have the morbid humor, but yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
also
be.
technically goth IRL, or at least you were, weren't you?
Oh yeah, definitely all black. Yep, head to toe. I'm gonna be
Hell
wearing
yeah.
like chains and belts and chokers and and black
Ooh,
makeup,
oh my.
all of that.
Hell yeah. I would.
I know, isn't it funny?
I-
Like goth mommy in real life, but shrine maiden cat VTuber in the virtual
'cause I was gonna say,
space.
like meeting me IRL is definitely gonna be like, a bit of a contrast in and of itself. But I would not be surprised if like meeting you in and of itself would be a bit of a culture shock as well, considering like you said, colorful shrine maiden cat girl on the stream, and then like full on just like goth mommy IRL.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, most people when they see me, the minute they hear me, I'm very like I don't sound like a typical goth, I guess.
I was gonna say it definitely
so
doesn't strike me as that at first as well. So
I am very approachable. Let's just say that, and I'm very friendly in person. So
does that mean I can approach you like JoJo?
Jojo, you are approaching me?
I couldn't love the shit out of you while coming in
Oh
closer.
no. Ultra's gonna track me down at the convention. I know who to look for when I see them passed out on the floor.
Oh god.
That would be me. Be like, oh, I met Kitty in real life. Wow.
And she was
And she was
literally
passed
on the
out
floor.
from her pots. Yeah.
Aw.
Nah,
Well,
it's
hopefully you
okay.
don't have to go through that. But I do hope that you have yourself a wonderful Anime Expo experience and your first time traveling to the West Coast, Best Coast.
Thank you.
But it sounds like it should be a good adventure for you, and I look forward to hearing the results.
Yes, I will try to take lots of pictures to share with the
Please
community.
do. Absolutely, I would love to see those. And that being said, then, do you have anything else you'd like to say to our viewers before we go?
Well, thank you guys for hanging around. It was nice to meet a lot of the new people that I've never seen before. So it was lovely meeting everybody. And thank you, Nyanko, for having me on stream, taking the time out of your day. I know that it's a little bit of a
It was worth
wonky
it.
time schedule. And are you wrapping up stream after this? Because Rin is live. Can we raid
Because
Rin
I was gonna say, as the guest of honor for today's stream, you have the honor of picking the raid destination.
Yeah, I want to raid Mama Rin. I want both of her daughters to bust down the door and be like, there's a weird
FBI,
cat
open up!
outside."
Boom!
Oh yeah. I was more
Absolutely.
gonna be like, Ma, there's a weird cat outside, Ma. He
It looks like
weird.
grandma and shit.
He looks like grandma.
The fucking thing.
The fucking
I
thing.
love that one.
I do too.
Oh, that is perfect. 100%. We will
Yeah.
absolutely raid to our lovely model Mama Rin Mini. The only that is honestly the best destination that I can think of going to as well.
Yeah.
But before we do that, of course, she's working on quite a fancy art piece that I think you'll all appreciate, or at
I
least
think
take
so
interest in.
too.
But before we do that, though, before we head over to lovely Rin Mini, I do just want to once again thank the lovely daughter, the lovely first daughter of Rin Mini, my lovely VTuber sister Zikita the Gaming, for taking the time to sit down with me today here in my studio for a change and answer my series of questions. It was an absolute pleasure getting to have you with us today, and get to have your community with us as well. And
Absolutely.
And like I said-
Cross-pollinate.
Absolutely. I'd love to cross pollinate with you in any way that we can.
I say you that one up
You
on
s-
purpose, so I'll send you the check
Perfect.
later. I'll send you the bill.
Deal. You know me too well, sis, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm glad to see that you're starting to get more back into streaming as well yourself. So you're honestly a really entertaining, just a really, really fun person to watch. So
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Sweetie Panini.
you deserve it, homie. But yeah, so that being said, we will raid to our lovely model mama, the beloved Rin Mini.
beloved
What
Rin
we are
Mini.
doing next after this is tomorrow morning on 1 a.m. Pacific time, we will continue managing Democracy Manifest with Helldivers 2.
For democracy.
For democracy. Do you have it as well?
Maybe.
Possibly. Well, we'll have to maybe get together another time when, 'cause I know you're not a 3 a.m. streamer yourself, so
No, unfortunately,
we'll do that
no.
at a more reasonable time for sure. But then on Sunday, the Sunday Squad and I, Sunday Squad and I lead the Sunday Squad. We will be taking another shot at crashing the castle in the custom map. Speaking of Gothic Storm, the custom map for Ready or Not, which is it basically giant. We're basically raiding Dracula's castle with a SWAT team.
Love it.
And so looking forward to getting back into that and getting a. We will get it a one-day chat. I'm sure I know we will. But that's our schedule for the rest of the weekend. But that being said, though, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Happy Friday, happy Saturday. When you get to it, happy Sunday, happy weekend to you all as well. Looking forward to seeing you again next time when we do. And we shall go from there. But for now, from you all know to get this in your clipboards. And once again, thank you, Nicole, for giving the shout out to the Kitty Kitty Gaming. I love the Kitty Kitty Gaming as always. I love saying that. It's fun to say.
I know. I just say because it's fun to say.
It is. It's a good. You got a good setup going. I got to say.
Thank you.
You got a lot of good things going for you, sis. I just appreciate I just get to appreciate.
You're the only person that thinks that.
No, I'm never gonna stop thinking that. So you're stuck with that for life.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're stuck with me for life.
Hey, what better to be stuck with than Nyanko Panko Tanko herself? So I am grateful.
I am honestly grateful for you as well, and I just appreciate having you. Appreciate you. But speaking of people we appreciate, we're going to mess right over to lovely Rin Mini now. So remember, the world's your oyster. So make sure not to leave a little pearl necklace. See you all next time, chat, and ciao for meow.
Kicking off your workday with a fresh-baked feline frenzy.
You're watching and listening to Nyongo Bongo Dongo.
Now let's get this bread.